Well, as many people said, too long, not gonna read, I thought I could make it into a more bite-sized and consumable format. So here we go. And please be patient. It's my first video. Hi everyone. It's been over 5 months since everything happened. I have never been good with words, and I'm especially bad at verbalizing my feelings. I've always hid my insecurities, and it's hard for me to open up about things, even to the people closest to me. It was nearly 2 a.m. for me on April 26 when Nano and Bob posted a document together. After I'd finished streaming earlier that night, and I was awake for almost 48 hours by the time I posted my apology. Looking back at it, no, it wasn't good. I was not in a sound state of mind when it was written. I was blindsided by any of these coming out and accusations made against me. No one involved tried to contact me privately beforehand. I was unable to eat, sleep, or do anything else but watch more documents and statements be released while everything fell apart. I didn't have my friends, but I had the weight of the entire internet waiting to see what I was going to say and how I was going to say it wrong. I didn't have access to search for all the evidence to defend myself with a growing list of allegations, and I didn't have time to put it all together cohesively anyways. I was petrified. How could I possibly respond correctly to a coordinated effort like this in a state I was in without just blindly accepting fault for all the things I didn't do or never knew happened? I rushed to get something out, defend myself the best I could in the heat of the moment, and posted it just so I could rest. No matter what I would end up saying, it would never have been good enough. It took me a long time to mentally recover and have the ability to face any of this again. I couldn't look at anything Cinder related without breaking down. All of my fans that talked to me were led to believe I was evil and encouraged to destroy or donate my merch. Almost everyone I knew or cared about turned on me in an instant, and anyone who's ever had anything to say about me did. And only one of my close friends messaged me after everything was out there. I received R-word, docs, and game-ending threats over these accusations, so I stepped away from the internet. I reconnected with Red and we worked things out between ourselves. When we were both ready to, he helped me with the long process of making this document. I didn't say almost anything else to anyone sooner, privately or publicly, because no one would have believed me until I had absolutely everything put together to post all at once in one place. Purpose of this document: 1. To present the full story and the fact and evidence around what happened with complete transparency, defend myself against what's been said about me, and provide mine and Reed's perspective and motivation about each situation. It wasn't my choice to make this public, but since it is, my side of the story matters too. 2. To take accountability to everything that each of us are guilty of in the past couple of years, whether they were revealed in the original document or not. The, doc- the document will not absolve either of us of all. The document will not absolve either of us of all wrongdoings, and it isn't trying to. Dispel rumors, misconceptions, and theories about me. Show how and why things actually occurred, and point out and refute discrepancies and lies in the claims or statements made against me. We don't, we've done things wrong, but the amount and degree of them have been incredibly exaggerated and completely made up. The document contains speculation. Baseless accusations were made against me without evidence, so I've kept speculation labeled as such in this document. Most of it is supported by circumstantial evidence, but it should not be treated as a solid fact. This document is not to fuel harassment or spread hate towards anyone involved. I'm doing what's listed above and post this document in the same public setting the original documents were. If you have harassed anyone involved in my defense, you're not my supporter. Your actions are reprehensible, and I've never advocated for anyone to do this for any reason. I'm sorry to anyone who's been affected by any action of rogue community members against my principles. I've been made out to be a two-faced, greedy, jealous, psychopathic narcissist who's maliciously stalked, sabotaged, and betrayed those close to me and anyone around me for my own gain for years, manipulating my way to top like some kind of evil mastermind. You were lied to. There are things I've done wrong, but the image of me could not be further from reality. This was a complete public assassination of my character of what were lies and assumptions, followed by my cancellation and disappearance, with my accusers profiting from it. If I was a really awful person, if I was really the awful person I was made out to be, then this document wouldn't exist. I wouldn't have any way to refute claims against me. I could just continue streaming and profited from the drama and the over 30 million views the situation garnered. I could have let everyone forget about this and come back like nothing ever happened. But it's not true, and I couldn't allow myself to move on without making things right. Everything that comes out and stories that follow have been blown out of proportion and turned into crazy conspiracies. Both Red and I have done wrong, and all of that will be addressed here. The story everyone was told was not the reality of what happened. Every single person I've ever interacted with in the past almost 5 years, even those closest to me, and every single interaction with them would have to be fake for the story told about me to be true. I believe there were two people responsible for how things played out, and the third person merely having an axe to grind against someone they never liked. Nonetheless lied overwhelmingly about what happened between her and Red, sat back and played everyone, including my friends. Jalili lied about me from the start, orchestrated, orchestrated things behind the scene and manipulated the public to their side. Silverwell took the opportunity to lie about all the interactions together, making things even worse for me. They had the most to gain from my cancellations, including their own satisfaction. None of them could take accountability for their own action and put it all onto me instead. The only two people that could disprove their lies were just made into lying manipulators and wiped off the internet. Aside from the label speculation, everything presented in this document is true to the best of mine and Red's knowledge. I have nothing to hide, and there isn't a reason to hide anything anymore. The bulk of what's shown here was over the past 2+ years. Keep that in mind, no matter who you are, opinions, thoughts, and feelings can change a lot over such a long period, for better or worse. I went back and forth on a lot of things to put in here, asking myself if I could leave them out for the people I still care for, or keep them in for my own sake. No matter what evidence is included in this document, it wouldn't be surprising if the claims that if sorry. It wouldn't be surprising if it's claimed that even with all of the evidence, all of this is just me trying to lie, manipulate, and gaslight my way of what happened, and that no one should possibly believe me again. To show that I stand by everything written here and that I'm sorry for the things I've done wrong, I made a very hard decision. And giving up my part ownership of GamerSup, I worked so hard for them since December of 2022, and earning this position was one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. I'm honored they chose me. I'm honored they chose to give me the opportunity, and I've been immensely proud to have the title. As sad as I am to do this, I feel the need to protect the company I love, the people that work there, and everyone associated over my own interest. Gamersoft suffered a lot of damage when all of the accusations were made about me, and that fell on my shoulders. This is my responsibility as part owner, and I don't want any more harm or negativity to come to them by having this position. I didn't have to do this, and I wasn't asked, forced, or coerced into making this decision. There are things more important to me than business. I notified them of my decision in June. I will take effect at the same time this document is published. Each tab in this document is about the people and events related to the claims made against me, where I provided links to each person's respective statement for reference, the evidence, context, and mine and Reed's thought about each situation. You're intended to read each section and in the order they're presented. This document should be viewed in desktop and light mode for the formatting to appear correctly. Some information and screenshot appears in multiple sections for whoever it's relevant to. The first few sections being Nonetheless, Bao, V-Card, and Numis Concept, and Shalili culminate in a section breakdown what you've seen throughout them. With the last few sections of this document being standalone, unless stated otherwise. Every link in this document is working at the time it is posted. This document will not be edited after it's posted either. Because we live in 2025, I need to say that this document was written without the use of AI. I understand some of the things in this document may be damaging to the people involved. They understood that the claims would be damaging to me before they publicly made them to. Everyone can review the evidence for themselves and decide what really happened, and if I'm really am the person you were led to believe me to be. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. Next part. Red. Redacted. Red helped me put this entire document together. We want to be upfront and honest that this was a two-person effort. His own commentary is presented throughout it and is labeled as his and highlighted in blue. This is Red speaking now. Hello, I'm Red. I'm Cindy's longtime partner and I've worked alongside her since she started this career. I helped her put this document together to set the record straight. Over the past few months, I've come to terms with being the reason why Cinder's image, her relationship, and her career were all ruined. I heard people who were our friends I fucked up and she had to answer to the world for it by herself. My action ruined everything for her and I'm taking responsibility in helping her pick up the pieces. I didn't want to put something out sooner without her that could have made things worse. I ask that you don't hold what I did against her. Red and I. Brenda and I are still together. We had a falling out and spent time apart after the document dropped in April 26th, but he was still here for me when I was ready to talk to him again. We were able to work things out between us and forgive each other for what happened. I wasn't planning to say anything about this again publicly, but I feel needed to. But I felt I needed to. Years ago, I cheated on Red online for my own selfish reasons, and the things I've said about him were out of my own frustration and past experiences. I made things sound much worse than they were at the time and mischaracterized the person he is. Red already knew that this happened way before it was made public in April, and no one else was ever told about it before then either. We addressed both of our problems in our relationship and moved past it a long time ago. Okay, I need a sip of water. Oh my lord. It had nothing to do with my career or current events, and it isn't relevant to talk about further. We disagree, we get mad at each other, we argue, but our relationship isn't toxic or abusive in any way. I would appreciate if the speculation around it would stop. Red and I have always had some level of communication problems even with each other. Neither of us are good communicators beyond surface level. It's hard to open up and we get in our own head about things. We butt heads, disagree with each other sometimes, and even more so working together all day, every day. It's gotten much better over the years, but it's never been perfect. So the idea that anyone in any relationship would know about and agree with everything their partner feels, says, and does is crazy to me. I'm not the only one who's ever had a significant other keep secret from them, and neither is Red. Every relationship is different and has its own nuance, dynamics, and problems, functioning in a way that's only the two people involved know of and fully understand. No one looking in can say otherwise. Because I cheated on Red, should I assume that everyone's significant other has cheated on them in the past? Should I assume that all of my friends' relationships are the same as mine? No, and for me to claim I know exactly how things work between any of them just because I'm their friend that sees them a few times a year is ridiculous. When I became Sinder, we wanted to keep our relationship private. In public, Red was simply my manager and we hid our relationship from my friends for over a year during multiple trips. We agreed that I'll tell my close friends about our relationship in March of 2024 because we felt we were close enough and trusted them enough to tell them. When we traveled, my friends saw us always close by each other and showing each other our work DMs on our phone. Almost all of the time from chats we were both in, instead of talking about things out loud to keep up with the projects while away and to keep them private between us. It's easier to say, look at this, to keep each other on the same page rather than have a verbal conversation while we're around other people at almost all time while away. While we're around other people at almost all times while we're away. what they say What they saw at convention or vacation was all they saw. Only Red and I would have any idea how we worked together and acted around each other when we were home. I lived with Red and his family from the summer of 2022 to the end of February 2025. I've never outright told anyone this, including my closest friends. We wanted to keep at least part of our personal lives private from everyone, even telling some people we lived apart. On stream, I've always said I lived with family friends and streamed in the basement. The basement part is true. It's where I spent the majority of my time and it's where I worked and streamed from. My career started in 2021 with my ASMR. Red was the one with the PC, mic, and experience with content creation since it's always been his hobby. I would go there more and more often until I moved in when I became a full-time streamer. For most of my earlier stream with my PNG model, Red would be in the room with me, modding on a laptop and making sure things would run smoothly. He was there as my tech support since at the time I could barely play games, let alone understand how to use and fix OBS if something went wrong. We built my own PC and I stopped needing him by my side by the time I debuted my first model in June 2022. He moved his PC into his own room and we worked from there since. Starting sometimes last year, my stream kept disconnecting and we couldn't figure out why. It was going on for months and no matter what we did, it kept happening. We thought there could be something wrong with the internet there that we couldn't fix. So at last resort, my parents made, and I made space for me to move back in with them with my entire stream set up in February. We were able to fix the problem, but it ended up having nothing to do with the internet at all. I've been working and living here since, separate from Red. The reason why I'm revealing all of this now is because we could easily gone through each other's DMs whenever we wanted to in those 3 years, but we didn't. It's not like we never showed each other our message directly. We did all the time, but we didn't come through each other's DMs at the end of every day to read anything we may have said. And I don't know anyone who'd say that's normal to do. We just tell each other things that happened, and that was that. I never felt the need to look over his shoulder to check on anything and everything he was saying and to who. We trusted each other, and he's always had my best interest in mind. Working together. I'm choosing to have Red continue working with me. We'll do most of what he did for me before, but will not be doing any work related communication for me in any channels I'm not also a part of. I now have access to his Discord account to check on things myself if I need to. If it's clear to me that he learned his own lesson from what happened. He made mistakes and I forgave him. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am without him, and he's as much a part of Sinder as I am. He wasn't just a manager to handle some messages, and he had a part in a lot of the things I did. He's always been the main creative mind behind my debut and on other releases too, even with how involved he was. But he's still his own person with his own ideas, his own opinions, his own feelings towards people, his own goals, and his own ambitions. Working on the same brand as me. He's always been the business sensible one of us, and the work side of things was always his focus. We worked together on almost everything, but we didn't agree on everything. There have been many business or creative decisions we'd argue back and forth about, sometimes talking days to reach a compromise. Red didn't always consult me before making his own decision in his messages with our partners. A lot of the times I agreed with what he did or said and it was fine. But sometimes I didn't and we either compromised or I had to walk him back. I had him walk back what he said. Red didn't tell me about every single interaction he had with people he worked with, and we didn't expect him to. The people we worked with, my bad. And I didn't expect him to. I trusted him. There was never a reason for him not to tell me something important. That was until we disagreed about one of my friends, Bao. At the start of this year, we moved a lot of our work-related conversation with various artists into a project server to everything could be organized in one place. I could be included in discussion and decision making where I needed to be, and would be able to see everything being said without having to rely on Red to relay every detail of the things he was handling. This way, for organization, convenience, and so I could interact with every person working with me directly. However, this didn't mean Red didn't still use his DMs to do business or talk to people we were working with. Besides the allegations in Nano's document, no one else we worked with has ever complained about Red, and we both worked with dozens of people who I believe would say their experience working with us was nothing but positive. Like I said in my apology, there was things Red didn't tell me about or hid from me and did without me knowing in his DMs. They're all shown in this document in order below. I did not know about these things beyond what I was told, if I was at all. Point 1. Red's inclusion of Bao and Cotton in his exclusive deal with Nano in January 2025. Point 2. Red telling artist number 1 Bao was someone he considered competition while discussing exclusivity on the same day as his deal with Nano. Point 3. Red's conversation with Nano about Charlie in April 2025. Point 4. Red's conversation with Mod 1 about Silverware throughout 2024 and into 2025. Point 5. Red asking artist number 2 and about not working with Silverware in March 2025. Point 6. Red's conversation with artist number 1 about Silverware in April 2025 and artist number 1 told me about days later. The names of artist number 1, 2, and mod 1 are hidden to protect their privacy since they weren't directly involved in everything that happened in April. They will be reintroduced later in this document. Falling out. The night the first document were posted, Red was here with me, and I ended my stream and he came over to see me while we were working on a few things together. We're still awake when Nano and Bao posted a document at almost 2 a.m. EST. I didn't understand what was going on and started panicking. Red tried to explain what happened, but I blew up at him, kicked him out, and regrettably refusing his help. We weren't in contact for almost a month after. I had one close friend reach out to me after things were public, and I responded to them sometimes after Red was gone. I chose not to include their own message here. And Sinder says in a Discord message, I'm sorry, redacted. I'm trying to collect myself. Red and I aren't speaking right now, and I'm so upset with everything. I was distraught, and I posted that Red was fired later that morning. I wasn't trying to throw him out on the bus and avoid accountability. I was blindsided by my friend publicly pointing their finger at me for his words and action. For his words and actions I didn't even know about, and I didn't agree with. I didn't know what else to do. In my apology, I said, as of yesterday, he's no longer working with us, and I have not extensively discussed any of this with him. Because Red will continue working with me, I'll be leading this tweet. Sometimes I'll be posting this document. Drink. And she screenshots the Twitter. Now we're going to the other part is my apology and taking accountability. Now that I've reviewed everything that happened and had time to reflect on my own actions, there are some details I need to point out and corrections I need to make from my apology. Then I'll go over the things whether Red or I or both of us did wrong so we could take responsibility. Each section of this will explain the full story around each major individual involved, anything Red and I did, and defending ourselves against everything we didn't do. Quotes from my apology will be represented through this document to show what they were in reference to. Screenshots are directly off or taken from another document highlighted with an orange border. Dates and the important message within any screenshot are highlighted in yellow. Quotes from apology is highlighted in gray, and Red's own comments or anything being represented are labeled and highlighted in blue. The links are apology. The things I claimed that I admitted to in my apology were based on what I knew at the time, what was published in everyone else's document, and what Red told me right after. I shut him out when I shouldn't have. I made my apology without his help, without all of the info in front of me, and without knowing the full scope of what happened, how it happened, and what to believe. I was under extreme stress and pressure to say something as soon as I could and was expected to accept fault for everything I was accused of, but not guilty of doing. Some of the things I wrote were overly apologetic and made things sound worse than they actually were because of the severity of this situation. The main takeaway people had from my apology was that I pushed everything onto Red and didn't take accountability for anything myself. What I blamed Red for in my apology because he was guilty of doing them. Him telling me how great it would be to work together with Silverware. To him holding a grudge against Bao. What I blamed Red for in my apology when I was also guilty. Red was the one with the business-oriented outlook on things from the start. I adopted that same mindset myself from working together as time went on. I wrongly made it sound like I was brainwashed into thinking this way in my apology. What Red was guilty of in my apology that I didn't know about until writing it. Red and Nano ever talking about a model for Giri in November 2023. Red including Bao and Cotton in this conversation and eventually deal with Nano around exclusivity in January 2025, and badmouthing Bao in their DMs as if they were our shared feelings. Red talking to Nano about Shalili and her model in April 2025. Things I said about Red in my apology that I was wrong about. He did not manipulate Nano. He did not push Nano to not work with Silverwell, and she was not a constant topic between them. Things I took accountability for in my apology. 1. Agreeing with Red to talk with Nano about exclusivity, agreeing to specifically name Silverwell in the terms, and knowing a deal involving her was made. 2. Guilt-tripping Nano. 3. Feeling overly attached to Nano and her work. 4. Not knowing about what Red had said about Bao to Nano when I should have. 5. Not speaking to Bao and Red's feelings toward her, and letting spiral to the point it did. 6. Being upset and taking it personally when Bao hired my video editor. 7. Being upset when Sakramor told us we wouldn't be working with us again. 8. Confiding in Red about Shalili's behavior towards me. 9. Becoming resentful towards Silverwell. 10. Letting my insecurities and public comment influence my feelings towards Silverwell. 11, assuming Sprite copied me. 12, being very possessive of my design details early on in my career. 13, overreacting to Nyantel's hellbound OC design, which was apologized for in the past. 14, cheating on my boyfriend. 15, neglecting or leaving behind my friends of mine. I admitted to the world that I cheated on my secret boyfriend, and the story push was that I took no accountability and used him as a scapegoat. Even with all of these concessions of what I did do, I was still somewhat a narcissist who couldn't accept fault. What I did was not admit to the right things the people making these claims already decided I was guilty of. They also expected me to apologize for everything I've ever done without any of it ever being mentioned, even if the matter was already settled in the past. Understand that the things my manager did that I didn't know about are all ultimately my responsibility, and my ignorance doesn't change that. I should have taken more care to check up on what he was saying and doing, but I was being blamed publicly for things I had nothing to do with. My accuser went out of the way to claim Sinder did this, Sinder did that, completely disregarding Red's agency from any of his own words and action. The proof I must have known about everything he's ever said and done was because they said we work on things together on our phones during the few times a year we were traveling. And Nano documents showed two of my screenshots from over a year apart from separate situations where I knew more or less what happened between her and Red. There were no other evidence presented for the claim, but they were told everyone I absolutely had to be this way. Emphasis was placed on Red's usage of we and our as if they could have known for a fact that it meant Red was always speaking with my knowledge, approval, and oversight every single time he said it. This was necessary for their narrative to work against me. This is what I said in my apology about this. And do not condone anything about what Red has said about buying these TMs either, and him using we and our in this context is abhorrently incorrect and I believe was done to gain greater credibility. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I've read for so long. And I believe was done to gain greater credibility behind what he was saying. Let me take a sip. Okay, now we Red's own comment. I have always been more or less the creative lead on things we did, like model design, project ideas, and art in general, and Sinder often agreed with my creative judgment. She trusted me to do the communication I did for her without oversight. For example, a lot of times I would be the one talking to the artists we were working with who only knew me as Sinder's manager. If I knew the direction I wanted to take something with or without talking to Sinder beforehand, and I said, I want this art to be like this instead of Sinder want this art to be like this, and it felt like an awkward thing for me to say in my mind. The person we're working with, I'm just the manager, not the creator, not the streamer, not the client. What I myself wanted wasn't important, what Cinder wanted was. In order to give weight to what I would say, I started using we early on, without speaking for her directly saying Cinder. If we wanted to do something a certain way, then I gave my agency by implying that we both agreed on and made the decision that Cinder was aware of this decision being made, regardless of if she actually was or wasn't at the time, and that my words had meaning. I was speaking on the brand's behalf. It became a habit of mine to talk this way regarding any project or business dealings. I didn't start doing this because anyone told me I should be. I didn't speak like this all the time or in every single message. It's not like Cinder never knew about what I was saying when I'm saying we. If afterwards she did disagree with me on something, then I'd have to walk back what I said and say that Cinder actually wanted this way, for example. Very often Cinder was on the same page as me beforehand or would agree with what I said without her knowledge using we afterwards. In the case of exclusivity deal with Nano, I used to we when talking about Nano, so it didn't seem like Cinder also so it seemed like Cinder also backed how I felt. Cinder not only wasn't aware of this, but I knew she didn't agree with me about what I was saying. In our conversation, Nano said herself that she was not really down with working with people who Cinder didn't want her to. So I made sure to tell Nano how we felt, expressing my own feelings to her as if they were both of us. This will all be shown in Nano's section. Yeah. There are 3 things in my apology I need to correct that will be shown in full detail in this document. Missing information lies an incorrect statement in my apology. I left out a lot of information regarding my experience with Silverware in trying to overly apologize to her and not making things sound much worse than what really happened. I lied about not knowing that Red spoke to Nana about Sprite in 2023 to not make things worse for myself, but really feeling more about Nano or Sprite, more than Nano or Sprite did about what happened regarding her. I was wrong about which year the situation with Nyan Tails took place in. I wrote that it was after my debut, but it was actually an entire year earlier. A year earlier? Sorry. My apology, and the accusation made against me did not cover anything Red and I have done wrong. I've laid out everything in below that will be presented throughout this document so we can address them and take responsibility. Explaining the motive and reasoning behind our action are not just meant to justify or diminish them or the feeling of those affected, but to understand why they happened. Everything one of us or both of us are guilty of, that accountability is taken for and shown in this document in the order they are represented in. We both became neglectful of many friendship and personal relationship online and IRL. Red and I became consumed by our work and prioritized my career over all else. Red considered everyone, including our friends, competition to some degree, and I agreed. Red and I left Tricky at our hotel. Red and I left Tricky at our hotel in Tokyo one day during our Japan trip in October 2024. I chose to distance myself from Cotton after what happened between her and a friend. I tried going back on my agreement with the artist Nixu in April 2025. Red asked Nano not to work with Spite in January 2023 and told me about it afterwards. I lied about not knowing he spoke to her about Spite in my apology to avoid talking about it. Red initially dissuaded Nano from accepting a model from Giri in November 2023. I guilt-tripped Nano in November 2023 and February 2025, but still sided with her. Red reassured Nano about her considering and canceling spouse model in August 2024. A new boss model was cancelled in August 2024. I didn't try to do anything about it. Red and I agreed to talk about Nano about exclusivity, including not to work with Silvervale, specifically on any more models in January 2025. Red and Nano agreed to a deal for her not to work with Silver, Bow, or Cotton in January 2025, only telling me about Silver's inclusion. Red spoke to Nana about Shadley in April 2025 after seeing Nana work on a model for her and never told me about this conversation. We asked our video editor about exclusivity after Bao started working with them in September 2023. Red convinced himself Bao gatekept her video editor to hurt our future music video project in December 2024, then held a grudge and a list of grievances against her. I didn't speak to Bao to clear things up about what I knew Red held against her, and it led to me being an awful friend to her for months at the start of 2025. Both Red and I mismanaged the planning and communication with Numi after a concert at the start of February 2025. I pulled out of performing in her show and almost didn't go after choosing business over my friend. We both grew to dislike Silvervale over the past few years for various reasons, including harassment, comparison, my own insecurities, and how Silver acted towards me. Red asked an artist not to work with Silver in March 2025 and never told me about it. Red and I assumed Spite was copying me in 2022 and early 2023. I overreacted to Nyantil's Hellhound OC designed in 2021. Every claim of wrongdoing that was made against Red or I that isn't listed above is not true. Whether it was an assumption or a lie in someone's document in someone's document statement about me or verbally on stream, I would list two false accusations here because there have been a ridiculous amount at this point that I don't even know where to start. I'll let this document speak for itself. These actions were not over the years like the public was told. The majority of these actions happened in an 8-month span from August 2024 to April 2025. How each person was affected, if they were affected at all, is explained through this document. Nothing was black and white, and none of these actions were motivated by jealousy, envy, greed, or being malicious for the sake of it. That's it. Okay. My friends. It's been falsely claimed that I was manipulating, sabotaging, betraying, and backstabbing all of my friends for years in an effort to deplatform them and ruin their careers. This was never There was never some kind of years-long grand conspiracy of deceit against anyone, and I've never pushed the ladder down behind me. I've never been jealous or envious of any of my friends or anyone else. My friends were not stepping stones I used to further myself. I loved my friends. Our experience together were real. Our memories together are real. It turns out I even need to say that here. There are plenty of things my friends know I've done for them, helped them with, or included them in for no reason than that they were my friend. I've always answered the question and offered them advice when they asked it, done my best to be there and support them at their debut with their own endeavors, and I've personally brought so much of their merch for myself without ever saying so. I literally brought brownies my mom made me across the country to share with them. I spent my own time making one of a kind cosplay pieces for the VTubers for them for no other reason that they were my friends. More than the three finished pieces below were planned for my friends, including Bao, before I put all of my crafting focus into my Nihil Stair cosplay. It meant a lot to me. I could make things that meant a lot for them. These are honestly beautiful. I don't know the knife reference though. Anyway, sorry. I don't know what they think I did against them other than what I listed above or what these ideas came from, or what rumors they were hearing about me, or how my friends collectively agreed this must have been the case after everything I've done and shared with each other. I absolutely could have been a much better friend, but, but I just can't believe every single one of them thought this little about me at a moment's notice. There were about a dozen of my friends involved before Nano's documents was posted, and still not one of them said anything to me before they were posted publicly. A lot of my friendship did suffer due to where my priorities have been, especially over the course of 2024, because of my focus being overwhelmingly on work and less on my personal relationships outside of it. I neglected people I cared about, and so did Red, both online and IRL. Even my closest friend, unless I was about to work, I didn't put as much energy into just talking and hanging out. But that's not to say I never did, never wanted to, or disliked them for any reason. I had my things going on, and I know they had theirs. When I wasn't streaming or working on something, I'd be isolating or hanging out with Red to decompress. I didn't have the energy to socialize. I tried to plan collabs with Red friends as often as I could, and was a way to hang out while still appeasing my content brain. My collabs with my friends were made into YouTube videos, but to say that I was using them for that, as if countless others VTuber don't do the same thing, is crazy. When I was traveling to see my friends, all I wanted to do was hang out and spend as much time together as I could, and it was the happiest I was. Red and I always loved, valued, looked out for, and appreciated our friends, even if we didn't show it as often as we should have. I'm sorry to those of my friends who haven't given the time they gave me. I'm sorry for those I haven't spoken to in a long time for no other reason than my own negligence. I'm sorry to my friends that I only focus on work and didn't spend enough time being friends with you outside of it. The business mindset. Red and I slowly became more closed off and neglectful of people over the past couple of years, but especially through 2024, focusing more and more of our time and energy on this career. Working became almost 24/7 for us. Never taking a break was our job or hobby and almost all we talked about. We loved what we did, but we both became consumed by the content grind. Our work-life balance became non-existent. We were going and going and going all day, every day as a two-person team, working to an obsessive degree. We were always trying to do more and more people all the time. Everything became about doing bigger things, achieving more, accomplishing more, growing bigger, launching more cool things, having more opportunity, waking up with at least 4 to 5 streams a week. Our problem wasn't greed like it was claimed, it was ambition. Ambition that was wearing us so too thin to keep up with everything. It was never enough to take a step back and relax. We were always looking ahead, always had to be progressing, and never stopped to appreciate where we were or the people around us. The money was nice, but it was never been the driving factor for anything we did. It was the indicator of a successful project, event, or merch drop that anyone understood. The majority of what I've made and spent went back into my work or towards the house my dad has been building. I release a lot of merch, and it's something Red and I have been both passionate about. Coming up with and releasing cool new merch product is one of our most fun and fulfilling things to work on. And being on new products like a drink flavor or trading card game was super exciting to us. Always, it was always about launching cool things from our community over the money it made. I've turned down merchandise opportunities and many more sponsorship opportunities than I've ever accepted, only taking on those I really wanted or had a strong interest in. Even though a lot of them was paying very well, being a greedy, money-hungry person has been falsely projected onto me. It's never been all about the money for either of us. One instance I may be called out for regarding this was during my Heaven Bound model debut. During my lower video, I had an intermission where my chat needed to fill a gold bar on my screen with bits to progress the video. It was the easiest way for me to implement interactivity into the debut, and my chat having direct involvement by sharing me on was important to the story being shown. The motivation wasn't to have people give me money for the sake of it. The mindset the mindset got myself and my career to where it was, but it took over our lives to an unhealthy degree, leading to the deterioration of our health and relationship with people. Being counseled and away from work gave us the time to address this problem in our personal lives. For example, I have my own dog now who's been keeping me busy. I've gotten back into cosplay after not working on my nihilistic build for months. I've been trying to lead a healthier lifestyle and I've been going to the gym regularly. Despite finding it difficult to be motivated about things since April, I've been making changes so I don't fall back into the same unhealthy work mindset I was in. Competition. In my apology, I said, I'm disgusted with myself for buying into the narrative that my friends were a competition. I just learned about all this myself, and there could have been so many other friends affected by this narrative that things always had to be competitive. Red always considered everyone our competition, including my friends. I understood and agree with his reasoning below. I didn't change anything. It didn't change anything between my friends and I didn't treat them any differently because of it. The only person I became directly competitive against was Silvervale, and that wasn't right of me. No, Red is stepping in. The content creation sphere is massive, and the VTuber sphere is a fraction of that with its own audience. Everyone's always doing something, launching something, playing something, and it's a constant race of relevancy. Whether you want to look at it that way or not, it's the nature of the industry. Part of the reason why we're always working on new things, releasing bigger things at faster and faster rate was to stay competitive in the space. In a general sense, everyone's competition, friend, other VTuber, and other content creation. But at the same time, that anyone and everyone could be considered as a competition, there were also collaborators, co-workers, and partners. The end goal was about staying relevant and in people's minds and making sure a project could succeed alongside anything going on at any given time, while also topping our own things we've done in the past. At no point was this view ever motivated or an exclusive to her take advantage of or put down creators around us, especially friends. This is a business, it's a job, but keeping the business aspect of things in my mind didn't affect the way I saw friendship with people, the way I treated them. They were my friends too, and we both cared about them, supporting them and helping them out when they needed it. I've always had the back for the people closest to us. The only person I've ever considered a direct competition in the negative sense were people either we had something against or they had or did something against us, and were working with artists important to us. By April 2025, this was only Silvervale from how she acted towards Sinder for years. Bao after what I thought she did to us and our friends in December of 2024, but only until sometimes after my deal with Nano in January 2025, and potentially soon to be Lily was the way she was, and soon to be Lily, but the way she was treating Cinder and considering getting a model for Nonetheless at the same time. It was wrong of me to feel this way, especially towards Bao, and I'm sorry. And that's this section. Here I want to address the people Red and I heard that don't have a large section in the document. Tricky V. My friends Red and I traveled to Japan last year. About a week into our trip around the country, we arrived in Tokyo for the last few days there. Red, Trick, and I were all talking about going to the Godzilla store that night the night we arrived. But other plans left us with no time to go. The next morning, Red and I were up early and we were ready to leave the hotel around 8 or 9 a.m. We waited in our hotel room for about an hour without hearing from Trick at all because we only had a few days left in Japan. Red and I wanted to make the most of our remaining time. We were around friends all week and didn't have much, if any, time alone together in Japan either. The other half dozen of us there either had their own plans or were still sleeping too. There were other friends staying at the same hotel room as Red, Trick, and I. So instead of waiting around for Tricky to wake up, we selfishly chose to go out in the city and to the Godzilla store without her. By the time Tricky was awake and ready to leave the hotel, Red and I were across the city and didn't go back to get her. We only met up with her towards the end of the day when everyone reconvened somewhere else. Okay, I think I said that right. Red and I are sorry to Tricky for leaving her behind and hurting her. We've always been there for her, especially when we traveled together. We didn't think she'd be left completely alone with how many of us were together in Tokyo, but we still should have waited for her instead of going off on our own. She was one of our best friends and we're both so sorry. Cottontail VA. I'm sorry to Cottontail for the way I've avoided her and turned down collabs together for a situation that had nothing to do with me. I thought I was being a good friend for someone I was close to, but it was unfair to her to treat her that way. I did not agree with how Red included her name in the deal with Nano, and I wouldn't have let him if I knew about it, regardless how I felt about her at the time. And Red interjects with, "It was wrong of me to ask Nano to not work with Cotton. It was a spur of the moment thing, and after hearing about the situation she was involved in, I took it upon myself to do what I thought was right by another friend. Cotton has always been nice to me personally, and she didn't deserve that. I'm sorry." Nixu. Nixu deleted her tweet with a document about me. She shouldn't have because she was right. I was going to include her here for reference, but I left out because of what she wrote in it. So instead, I've summarized the situation below. Second, I don't want any kind of public reaction to this. I really do not want to appear on videos or similar. I do not want my case being used as an excuse to put more hate into it. I just want to share and let it out of my chest. I'll probably delete it in the end. That's what Nixie said, and she deleted it in the end. Nixie or at Iomayaf AF Iomayaf. It's an artist that reached out to me via email about making artwork in exchange of showing it off and giving a shout out to her patron on stream. I hadn't seen the email, but she made a tweet laying out her terms, tagging me in it. I messaged her that I was interested. I put her in contact with Red, and we handled things from there. Through the Red, we made our agreement. It wasn't until she had a large portion of the sketch finished when I had changed my mind about our agreement. I didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know what was going through my head or what my reason was for this, but I told Red to call it off. Red tried to make it seem like there was a miscommunication somewhere to save face for me, but it was really because I was being unprofessional. He talked to me and I agreed to follow through with the art showcase and shout out on my stream. However, I failed to follow Nix's terms as they were agreed upon. I didn't verbally shout out her Patreon and only showed the link to it that was on her artwork. I also didn't show the censored non-work version of the art, but that was because I was worried about getting in trouble with Twitch. It was an unprecedented situation I caught with an artist, and I've never done something like this with anyone else. I handled an agreement I made extremely and regrettably unprofessionally. It was way out of character for me, and I'm sorry to Nixie for how I handled things and for the stress I caused her. I encourage anyone reading this to please support her and incredible work. We come to the nonetheless part of the document. She links nonetheless document and tweets it. Nano's document claimed both Red and I manipulated, used, and dragged her into drama, while slandering multiple VTubers, including our friends. These claims were the basis for everything else publicly released afterwards. Documents from half a dozen people and many others tweeting the grievances with me. It was all hinged on Nano's document being posted and its validity. When I wrote my apology, I said, I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission done, end of quote. When I wrote this poorly worded sentence, I hadn't seen any of the DMs. I was in panic and didn't think Nano would be lying about anything. But now that I've read Red's DMs myself, I can say that Nano was not manipulated, abused, used, lied to, mistreated, expected to take action over any of the drama she was told about, or incapable of making her own decision regarding her commission and clientele. She was never forced to do or not to do anything. I was been in control of her own choices, and I always had the ability to say to say no. She was met with understanding and faced no repercussion professionally or personally from either of us when she did. Nano's message with Red were deceitfully presented to push a narrative that never happened. I don't believe Nano ever showed the full context of her message with Red to my friends. Her claims were backed by Shy Lily, and I believe they were misled into blindly supporting her. Nano was a close friend who respected and was a massive part of my own success. I've only ever praised her privately and publicly. There was nothing she could do for me to hold anything against her or choose to stop working with her. Red and I always encouraged Nano to do what was best for her, not us. Red, who handled our plans with her, made sure to work around the schedule, push project back if she needed more time on them or to take a break, and give her first priority on projects she was interested in. He trusted her, and the extent he lied to her about other people involved was in telling her his own genuine thoughts, observation, and experiences with them as he knew them. The same way my accuser did to the public and how they assume how Red and I have operated together. The claim that Red and I worked to sabotage the projects Nano had is a lie. We both would praise her for the work she did for other people, and I've always celebrated and supported new Nano model siblings when they debuted. even if Red was really asking Nano to cancel every model she had, it was ultimately still her choice to do it or not. All of the blame for her action was somehow put on me. There were only 4 people Red ever explicitly asked Nano not to work with her agreeing not to. The first one was Sprite at the start of 2023. Red asked Nano himself, and he told me about it after. I lied about knowing this in my apology since it was never mentioned in Nano's or Spice document. Bao, cotton, and silverware were all part of their exclusivity deal in January of 2025, and each of Red's own reason. I was only ever aware and in agreement of asking Nano not to work with silver anymore. Red never told me about the other 2. I'm not guilty of him using his free will to push his own agenda and express his own feeling to Nano. But I understand that as my manager, everything he said to her or anyone else is my responsibility whether I knew about it or not. Although they were friends, it was unprofessional of him to talk, gossip, and work interchangeably. We worked with Nano for 4 years. She's an incredible artist who I've treasured working alongside for my entire career. I put my faith in her at the start, but we're both much smaller creators. She saved me from my year-long struggle to get my first model, and she's been with me every step of my journey since. I wanted Nana to be part of everything she could and choose to make her artwork the backbone of my brand. I loved and appreciated every single thing she'd done for me, and I'm proud of everything I've been able to do for her. In April, Nana found herself in a situation she couldn't back out of, and then chose to do what would result in the most beneficial outcome for her. Hide the truth. For herself, hide the truth. Below are a large portion of Nana's teams with Red and I over the past 2.5 years that show any situation brought up in Nana's document in full context, showing the relationship we had with her, how she felt about us and other people involved in everything, and other relevant conversations that weren't included in what was posted to the public. I've also included some of my own messages with her and some messages with other people. Some of these DMs are repeated and included in the following section of this document. Nana's profile picture is different in some of the screenshots because of them being taken at different times throughout making this document. Everything is in chronological order and all times are in EST. I've censored any private information or name of people who aren't directly involved. Screenshots that include messages that were in any of the documents are highlighted with red border. Screenshots that are directly off or taken from another document are highlighted in orange. But it's not important. By the start of 2023, Nana was already sharing her commission plans with Red. She also told him that it was okay for us to commission someone else for merch artwork Red has previously talked to her about. Red said there was no problem for us to wait for her to do it. Like I said in my apology, in regards to Nonetheless, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans and negotiation through his private DMs. In the screenshot, it said redacted. Oh, I'm just curious, but wasn't ... the only new client you took on for this year right now? Nonetheless. Got another one, but it's done already. Redacted. Okay, cool. It seems like a lot of new people want to work with you, lol. Nonetheless, yeah, I kind of feel it too. By the way, you said you wanted to leave Daki and Boba for later. It's okay if you wanna commission someone else. I don't want to delay your plans. But if you're fine with waiting, I'm more than happy to work on it. Redacted. Oh, that's okay. We're fine with moving things around. It's only really Sinder if you draw it. Other things going on are preventing us from doing it for Valentine's like we wanted to, so we really have to move it anyways. Plus, focusing on getting 2.0 the demon and the 2 starting screens artwork done is more of a priority too. Nonetheless. God damn, this means a lot to me. What the fuck? And then... and the screenshot. Later that day was the first time Red brought up Spite to Nano. Red asked Nano not to work with Spite and she gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after it was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we never talked about Sprite. I shared the feelings Red expressed here since he was the only one who knew how I felt. When he said about negative comments I was getting... What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. Everything regarding Spite is presented in her section of this document. This was not included in Nano's or Spite's document at all. Why? Since they didn't say anything about it, I chose not to either. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversation with Nano and Spy to try and not make things work for myself. But I still accidentally alluded to it because of the state I was in. This is what I said in my apology. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red bringing up Spy to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement with excluding someone specific from working with Nano was Silver. Red interjects. Sinder was upset over what we both thought was Spite copying her. I saw Spite interact with Nano, possibly with the intent of trying to work with her. I went to Nano myself and asked her not to without talking to Cinder first. It was about one person and one artist I'd never worked with before who was fine with agreeing to it. As far as I know, it never actually affected Spite. I never talked about Spite with any other artist, and I'm sorry to her that I asked this of Nano. This was the first of 4 total times with 3 different artists I've ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document. Screenshot. Redacted. Hey, kind of weird question, but would it be okay if we requested you don't work with someone? No. You mean like being exclusive? Redacted. No, like not accepting commission from one person. No. Oh, who is this? Oh, who is this? Red interjects. I started the conversation as we were asking Nano to do this like I would any other time. Nano, who is this? Redacted, Spite. Nano, oh damn, almost said something like, when Cinder X Spite? Redacted. Ever since Cinder's debut, we've seen her slowly implement new design detail onto herself that seem like she might have taken them from Cinder, including her now having ear flames she never had. I would think it's because she was the Hellhound until Cinder showed up. But also some of Spite's communities have been rude to Cinder in chat or on YouTube comments on other people's clips on Cinder. I noticed her being friendly towards you, possibly with the intention of working with you. I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive. No. Of course, I protect my baby. Of course, I protect my baby. But I also noticed the flame additions. It's a shame that people can't educate their community. Redacted. Thank you, Nano. I feel really bad asking you something like this. I really appreciate it, though. Nano, it's okay. There's no place for rude people. Redacted. Mama Nano, best mama. Nano, mama protect. Red. But then I tell... Oh, Red interjects. But then tell Nano, I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive, and I feel really bad asking you something like this. It was put below what's in the document. Nano and I have never talked about Spite. Here's me searching Spite in my own DMs with Nano, and she shows screenshot proof. An example of the relationship Red had with Nano and how they would talk with each other. Nano told Red she wants to make my winter outfit after Red messaged her about it a few days earlier on. Screenshot. Hey Nan, wait, the 22nd of January. Hey Nano, were you interested in designing Sinner's winter outfit? Not until a lot later this year. Wanted to ask in case we need to find someone else to design it for you. Wanted to ask in case we need to find someone else to design it for you to draw. Nano responds 4 days later. Did I agree on doing Sinder's winter? Because I do. I just don't remember if I replied to that. Redacted. You did not reply to that. Nano. I do want to them. Redacted. Oh my gosh, you do? Nano. I do? Question mark. Redacted. I gotta talk to some people and change things around. Oh my god. Nano. Wait. If you already got someone for that, no need to change. Redacted. Nah. No, I'm just kidding. Nano. Fuck you them. And then a bunch of emojis. Redacted. Yeah, you can do it if you want. Nonetheless, I don't want to anymore. Emojis. No, just kidding. I love Cinder, but fuck you. Emojis. Emojis are so cute though. Next screenshot. Be confident, Nano, Redacted said. Nonetheless, it's not in my nature. If you expect low, anything's a win. Redacted. Well, I'm glad it's been going good for you. What does your art schedule look like right now? Nano, Demon Cinder, March, April. Redacted April, May. Redacted mid-April. And a few cup arts in between. I already have something for a run June, I think. That's it. Redacted. Let me see what else Sinder and I had planned to work with you on this year. Nonetheless. Oh yeah, it would be great to know everything. Also, is it okay to have Cinder art for Patreon rewards? I didn't have much time for Patreon. They are starving. Nana told Red she wouldn't be able to meet the deadline for 2 pieces of what she was doing for me. Red was sympathetic and extended the deadlines for her. Nana implied that she's been taking on too many projects. Nano. Hey Red, I'm feeling a bit concerned about deadlines from the 2.0 art. Redacted. What's up? No. I think it would be better if you find someone else for your 2.0 start screen. I didn't know they would be used the same day. But I do can work a bit harder to meet the dates if you really want me to work on it. Redacted. Do you think you'll be able to do it by the end of April? I know you have redacted and redacted in April too, right? So maybe mid-May? No. Oh, I thought it would be earlier. Redacted. Well, ideally we would have want both artists within the next week or two, but if you can't do it, and we're gonna have to push back the debut for other things too, end of April, mid-May would be okay if you can manage with that. I don't want to overload you too much. No. Yeah, for next 2 weeks would it be very pushy on me, but end of April, mid-May is good. Redacted. Okay, I'll let Cinder know. No. If you can't push back the debut, I really would recommend someone else. I don't want to delay things for you guys. I'm so used to do different voices. There's so many. And there's also the waifu cup art for Sinder. I don't know when they want you to start. Wait, okay, sorry, next screenshot. And there's also the waifu cup art of Sinder. I don't know when they want you to start that, but just another thing to do at some point, lol. And no, it's okay. We have to wait for redacted anyways and some other things being worked on. She'll only be starting the demon model in another week-ish when she's back home. The debut will be anywhere from end of May, mid-July, depending on when things are done. And Cinder and I are traveling to cons instead of the end of April. No. Can I really leave? Besides delaying is sad. It's okay, no. But we have a lot of projects we want to work with you on if you're free this summer right now. I would love to if I have the time. I might stop taking big count for some time and only work with my current contracts. I'm kind of dying. I'm sorry we're giving you so much to do. It's okay. It's my fault. I decided to birth another baby. After the 2.0 and Demon Arch, redacted and your other project / Patreon stuff, then we will take up all your time. Gladly. It's almost done. Redacted is mostly done. Just gonna make some cuts for rigging. And at the least, the Cinder art can help out with your Patreon after the debut. Nana turned down artwork plans that were previously discussed for some time off. Eventually, Red told her we were able to find another artist for those plans. In between, Red praised Nano for her work on other VTuber models. Red, we need to talk. Hi, Nano. What's up? I think I won't be able to take Sinner's merch comms. I really need some time off from commissions. Okay. Thank you, and sorry for this. No worries, Nano. You deserve a break. Thumbs up. When you're ready to take on comms again, we'll have things for you to do if you want. Yes, of course. I just need some time to breathe, but still would love to work with you guys. Great job with Redacted's model, Nano. Aw, thank you. Hey, Nano, we found an artist to do the Daki and Booba mascot for Sinder, but it's for her original design. We'll wait for you to do the 2.0 and the demon design Daki's and Modpad. Wanted to let you know so you don't feel bad about it. I messaged Nana about starting on some post ideas for my first waifu cup when she was ready and available too. Hi Nano, Redactor was asking me when you'll have some time to work on the art for my gamer shop, and I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think you could come up with some post ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush, I know you're busy. Oh, of course can do. You wanted two Saturday, right? Yeah, that would be amazing. I told Nana I was trying to get her the okay to work with my waifu cup art on stream so it'd be easier for her, and I told her how much it meant to me to have the first waifu cup with her artwork on it. Nano, I hope you have a good weekend. The starting screen art you made for me are so nice. I love them. I've been trying to see if it'll be okay for you to work on my gamer shop art on stream to make things easier on you. They might be able to have the art on big banner for Anime Expo if it's done soon. I can't wait to have the first Nano cup. It's special to me. Oh shit, on a banner? Yeah, letting me work and stream would help a lot, but if not possible, I'll manage. I wanna make things as easy as possible for you, and maybe if you don't want to stream collabs yet, we can hang out while we work if you want someday. No stream. Oh, I would love to actually get used get used first. Maybe we can actually hate each other. No, don't say that. I could never. I'm sure about that, but would be hilarious. Asking Nana about one of my that upcoming model sister debut when planning my demon debut so they wouldn't accidentally fall on the same day. Nano, do you know any about the redacted plan on debuting your model? Just so I can plan around it if it's near my debut. Nano, let me check on that. I believe it was around June 22nd or July 2nd. Redacted said her debut will be around July, August. Can't say the exact date yet. Sinder. Okay, I've been planning mine to mid-July, but I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally have it on the same day as anyone else. Red asked about Nana's project about when Silver contacted her about her model made in 2022 and encouraged her to set aside time for her own content. Redacted. After the GG 2.0 Demon Art edits will give you a break to focus on yourself for a while. Do you still have a lot of projects to do right now other than Cinder? Thank you, I need some break. Currently on Redacted, Silver seemed to want another model too. Like a brand new? Yep. She didn't reply to the model specifications, so I'm just taking this as a chance to be free. No. You don't need to answer, but I'm just curious. When did Silver contact you about making your first model? Also, I feel like you should take until at least you lie off to focus on you and your stream. Nano deserved Nano time too. It was 2 weeks before her birthday. Okay. At this point, I might just stick with Cinder, Redacted, and Redacted. Silver's not very responsive to me. That's surprising. What the fuck? We love working with you, not just for your art. That's so sweet of you. Been having fun with streaming lately. Hope you can keep up. You've been doing really good. Whenever I see you on a lurk for a little while, lol. Sinder still really wants to collab with you. Maybe we can set up a drawing stream where you both draw VTubers in paint for like 5-minute timer or something, lol. I want to. I'm just too pussy yet. To say. YouTube. Yet. This sounds fun, not gonna lie. Redacted comments. Ask Nana about when she made Silver first model from her because we grew suspicious of it if it had anything to do with Cinder and had her debut about a couple months earlier. Nana wasn't well known as a model artist in the summer of 2022 and only done 3 models at this point, including Cinder. More about this topic in Silver section of the document. And thank Nana for the waifu card up she made and her scale figure was announced. Nano, you did such an incredible job on the waifu cup artwork. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today, Nano. I'm so excited for your figure. I'm gonna be the first one to get one. And Nano, sorry I didn't reply to you before. Oh shit, I'm excited about it and you're nervous. Hope it goes well. Cinder. No, that's okay. I'm just gonna tell all my friends to buy. Nano, I appreciate it. Not gonna lie, I'll shamelessly get all help I can. Red talked to Nana about the situation with my first waifu cup, which led to him revealing our experience with silverware over the past 2 years. Fight was mentioned towards the end of this conversation, and it was the last time she was ever talked about between them. For this, I was told that Silva had her own waifu cup with Nano's artwork on it that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have the first cup with Nano's art, and all of a sudden that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to be released after Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. Red. I did not lie to Nana about anything I said in this conversation. I would have no reason to. Everything I said was genuine thought and experience speaking to a friend I trusted. No. Oh, yeah, sorry. Redacted. We are literally the best. No, nah. The cup might be coming out a lot sooner than we were planning because of the conflict on another release. Oh no, what a disaster. Yeah, there's another creator thing coming out and we want to make sure Tinder was released ASAP. Damn. Do you know when it is? Not exactly, that's why we're rushing. Pretty hype having my art on Geek Up. Waiting to hear back about moving the release date up though. We're super excited to be the first with you, Art. I had to move up to make sure we had the first Nano Cup. Gonna be big. I'm so excited. Let me know if you guys get dates. It was supposed to be towards the end of June. We're waiting on confirmation, but it could be within the next couple of weeks. Let's go! The other thing with your art on it could be coming out soon. We're going Sonic Speed on this bitch. Other thing? But they still want the art at AX probably without cups being on sale. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't know what that means. I thought you would have been told. Okay, so I'm hyped, not supposed. Okay, so I'm probably not supposed to say anything. Take W, Red. You gotta keep this between us. Of course. No leaks. I'm leaking excitement. No, you can't even do that. Or I'll have to send the gorilla that baked me up that one time to your house. Okay, I'm clogged. Okay, so Cinda's been super excited about having the first cup with your art, like super big deal with a cool double-slided two-color effect. He's so cute, oh my god. She was talking to the Redacted today about upcoming cups from another creator just because she was curious, and Redacted was teasing a few to her. And he mentioned a new kind of cup he pitched to the head at Gamer Shop, and they agreed after seeing a certain piece of art. And it'll be used on the first can of this cup. This new cup, instead of the normal transparent waifu cup, is a full body color art piece. I don't know how the cup will end up looking though. Okay, and this is top secret and you can't say it to anyone, not even Redacted. Because technically this was between him and Sinder and I shouldn't know about it, but I'm the manager. Says Nano. And I thought you knew. Redacted, me, Gigi people were very interested on my work. Maybe it was a foreshadow. This new full body color art cup is of silver and it's basically at the same part of production as Sinder and that's your art. What Redacted told Sinder is that there was something you drew for silver for Redacted and it was never used and she's reusing it here. After Redacted pitched the idea to make it, so Cinder starts panicking about it. We had no clue that they were planning on releasing the cup, but it's before Cinder, it won't be the first Nano cup. And not only that, but Cinder said that the hand with the hard proposition are really similar, which isn't your fault since you didn't know anything about it. And if Cinder cup were to be released after her, then it would just be more fuel to the ongoing drama between them. And Cinder will get more hate about it, plus hers is a brand new full art color cup, and which Cinder would have been a normal waifu cup, and would have been overshadowed in comparison. So Redacted was doing overtime coordinating Redacted to try and work out emerging plan to get Cinder's cup out ASAP. There's just a lot of unspoken drama between Cinder and Silver, only me and a couple of people know everything, and it was important to get Cinder out before her. Yes, drama with Silver? There's been a lot of misunderstandings and coincidence. The internet thinks Cinder copied everything about Silver and it's basically confirmed that Silver doesn't like Cinder because of it. It's kinda sad my baby's not getting really well together, not gonna lie. What? My baby is not getting well together. Cinder raided Silver multiple times and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name. Silver was at Cinder's debut last year. Cinder started growing fast and then not even a month later contacts you about getting a model from you herself, rushed for her birthday. There's more instances like that, but Silver refused to follow, acknowledge, or interact with Cinder at all because it assumed that Cinder copied her. It sucked because she didn't. Ironically, Cinder's only Cinder because of Silver, but not because she copied her. The complete opposite. History lesson time. Before Cinder was Cinder, she was Tashi with an ASMR channel, which she still does sometimes. Red interacts. Silver didn't like Cinder and how she would respond to Silver didn't like Cinder and how she would respond to Cinder's raids. In the past experience. We had to infer that Lily's reaction to her raids, along with her other baby, signaled she had a problem with Cinder. Oh yeah, I've seen them. The pink OC. Sorry, no, that's... I confused the two. Oh yeah, I've seen them. The pink OC. Yeah, she always loved wolves and she always loved the cherry blossom motifs. We were going to turn her already successful existing character into a VTuber, but turned into a wolf girl. She worked lore for it and everything. She was a cherry blossom wolf girl who was the nature goddess spirit of the forest. Oh shit, oh shit. This was like October 2020. We were waiting to start on it with Redacted. We couldn't start with her until December. And 1-2 weeks before she was ready to work with us, we show you debuted. And Silver rebranded as a cherry blossom wolf girl. So to avoid copying her, so we would stand up, we did basically the opposite of that design. Because of Cinder's love of metal music and Okami wolves, and the fact that no one at the time had fire, since Western V-Twin was so new, we came up with Cinder, and told Redacted would change direction last minute in order to stand out from Silver, and also that pink cherry blossom motif was super overdone. It ended up working out since no one else, but Sprite nowadays really has her theming. Oh shit, that's so tense. And some people think that Cinder and Silver sounding similar or the design looking somewhat alike as Wolf Coil, or Cinder's model art and Silver original Redacted 2D model looking alike, or the fact that they're both super similar personalities and have similar sounding laws must mean that Cinder copied everything. Maybe Silver don't talk too much with me because of Cinder. I mean, I'm not blaming Cinder, don't worry. I don't know, I wouldn't think that's the case because she's worked with you for a long time before Cinder. You've done a lot of art for her. Yeah, yeah. Yes, this is kind of sad. I didn't think Cinder and Silver could. I think Cinder and Silver could be like sisters. I'm just wondering if she asked you for a new model because she caught wind of Cinder's upcoming debut and want to one up her. Literally, they are so like their personalities and their opposite designs, they'll fit so well together. Cinder just feel like she's always in Silver's shadow because that's what people think. No, tell me this wouldn't work. And he links, I think that's Cinder 2.0 and Silver 2.0. They're so pretty though. Oh, dude. But like, I keep confusing. Oh, dude. Like, going back to the other game supporting, if Silver releases her new impressive cup first, it's just going to overshadow Cinder. So she take the first Nano Art Cup title, and since the poses are similar, people could say she's copying again. I just feel like Cinder with Redactor people use still compares a lot. I feel like I'm always in his shadow. Oh, and plus we didn't even give Redacted Silver as a design reference, we gave her Redacted lol. I completely understand that. I actually like both of your art for a long time. Big redacted sentence. I've always thought of you as a bigger artist, big redacted sentence. Thank you, what the fuck? Yep. Damn, yeah, like I like two, and then a lot of redacted shit. But you can tell me, you can't tell me that this is better than this. Good artist Nano. Okay, I'm not supposed to have this image here, but let me show you the cup art. Thank you, Red. On the hentai world, still doesn't mean much, but booba. Yeah, but you draw the best booba. What the fuck? If Silver's cup come out first, wow, Cinder even copied Silver's cup art and artist, and even it's not even in color. Let's see. Oh shit, they do be similar. What have I done? Redacted. So at least if Cinder's cup comes out first, that's what we're trying to do. Then Silver will be copying Cinder, but it won't matter. No one will say that because she's massive, and the full body color art will take the attention away from it anyway. But like I said, both Cinder and Silver are at the same point of production, and so we could just launch. So she could just launch as soon as us, but we don't know when. If it wasn't so urgent, I could make a new art for this special cup. No, it's okay, Nano. We really love your art made for it. Maybe if they want another cup, you can always do a double-sided full body color artwork with 2.0 and Demon or something. Who knows? But yeah, I really like. But yeah, I really would Silver would. But yeah, I really with Silver could make up with Cinder. The more drama that happened over the past couple of years, but it all from Silver's side. They'd go so well together. They would be so good together. That's a big L. Big L for real. I hope Cinder Cup comes out first. I know the sad feeling. Honestly, she could try to talk before doing this. What do you mean, like Cinder to Silver? I like talk and have things sorted before just ignoring it all. I don't think Silver is willing to. Cinder DM'd Silver on Twitter before asking to play Minecraft together since they were both really into it and was never answered. And they're not Discord friends. Okay, let me just explain their first interaction. Oh wait, it's late for you. You should sleep. Don't worry, I love gossip. Nano isn't 2 or 3 a.m. for you? I believe it was the MSP mine server, but it is, but I'm very into it. Okay, let me get the deets. I'm going to find the tweet. Okay, was February 2021. Sinder was designed in December 2020. Sinder is a talented artist from high school and college, and she didn't pick up art for a long time until she got a tablet laptop for working on the ASMR channel like thumbnails. So when she became a VTuber, she wanted to draw fan art of herself with other big VTubers. This was the first one she did. And she planned to do her and Redacted drinking tea, Bao splashing water on her head, and her getting upset, and Redacted playing drums while Cinder played a Guitar Hero guitar. That's so cute! I remember that art actually. But she never ended up doing any more, so only the silver one exists. And no one knows about the other ones, so in isolation it seems like she only ever meant to draw this one for silver. The problem is that in the tweet Cinder said, "You're such an inspiration," when in reality Silver was an inspiration for the design by not wanting to be a cherry blossom wolf. but not by her streaming or inside jokes or personality or anything because Cinder didn't want Silver. So people looking at this one fan art Cinder ever did and the fact that she'd said an inspiration to the point to them being similar names, design, and stream personas. But that's not all the drama we disposed. Cinder tweeted the same thing a few days before, but there was a hashtag Cindervale, because it's cute art. There wasn't any malicious intent or weird feeling behind it. Mama Vale retweeted the original post and unretweeted it, and we were like, what happened?
People make too much fuss out of nothing too.
At the time, we were working with Redacted on Sinner's alerts and panel art.
There's so many VTubers that are really alike, that are very alike.
We know Redacted was friend with Silver, so we asked her if there was a problem, and Redacted said that Silver was really off-put by the hashtag Cindervale, and that she was going to message Sinder. Sinder was really broken up about it because he didn't want to get off on the wrong foot with Silver being one of the bigger VTuber at the time. Also because since we redesigned her into Cinder, I was pushed for them to interact because the design goes so well together. They took down the tweet and reposted the one I sent you. Silver and Mama Mel commented, and that was it. Silver never followed Cinder, but I mean at the time Cinder was just a reference sheet. End of chapter, next chapter. Now we are on the model chapter.
Man, still pretty mean from Silverside. Dude, also, Cinder did art class. It explains why her eye for art is really good.
He's artist.
Is the design change that made you guys have issues with the first model artist? I remember y'all coming to me because the other one didn't work out.
It's a long story. And he got us with Redacted. And then it says, in between the screenshots, Red told Nano the story about the long process of getting my first model, but it's not relevant to show here. And he got us with Redacted, and then you know the rest. With the rigging, teaching you how to make models, and cutting the swimsuit Cinder debuted last year. Cinder most likely would have debuted a lot sooner, but the model kept everything on hold. We would have never gotten tied up with Redacted, but in the end, we're super, super happy that you ended up being Cinder's artist. Now we can't imagine anyone else doing her stuff, and who knows if Redacted was influenced by Silver at all. Either when she decided to get the model from Redacted or when Redacted cancelled on Cinder. But like I was saying before, Cinder debuted and Silver was there for like the first hour, watching, never said anything. And a few weeks later goes to you from model after we got you training lol. And your art had improved so much in such a small time. Even when Cinder debuted, people were saying she looked like Silver, sounding like Silver, acting like Silver, the name is like Silver. People say those two look alike. Oh my god, there was even a meme we made last fall. That was an inside joke between Cinder and I. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh wait, okay, we made this meme that was really old joke between us October 8th last year. It was not like a meme going around trending or anything a week later on the 16th. The exact same Silver does not follow Cinder because she refuses to acknowledge her or validate her in any way. But she did this, so like she's watching what she's doing. And we're like, are you kidding? So she replied to it with her own tweet. Just to kind of be like, I'm not the one who's copying her. And it was around the time the BSP Minecraft server started and they were both in it all the time. Redacted introduced them to each other and Cinder was super nice, like always, and Cinder was just giving dismissive hi and went on with what she was doing. And then at TwitchCon in October, Cinder went to Silver meet and greet at the Switch booth with Aru, because I get her and Silver are friends, just to like introduce herself.
Holy shit, it's a lot. The Redacted thing is so shit, bro.
Aru wanted to ask Hillary if the two of them and Cinder could do a Wolf Girl collab together.
I've heard some issues about Redacted.
Aru asked and Cinder never heard anything else about it.
I have a friend that made an emote for her and wanted Redacted to give credits, she just ghosted and that's it.
Redacted really nice, but their management is really difficult to go through.
Also, Redacted had an issue with Redacted too.
We haven't worked with Redacted at all, so I don't know. We wanted an art piece from her for the 2.0 debut in September, but we don't know if she's able to. Okay, back to the lore. Minecraft died in November, but there was a Christmas update coming out in December. Remember that Silver messaged Cinder on Twitter about the first art piece? We're like, fuck it, and Cinder sent Silver a message like, do you want to play Christmas update together? It doesn't need to be on stream, I'd love to get to know you, never heard back. And after Cinder, she recently got with Gamershot and has probably been racing to get her super special full art cup out. Probably not related to Cinder, but I'd say after Shalili, Cinder is the next biggest VTuber, or was before Silver, I don't know how much she does for them.
I actually got surprised when Silver went to Gamersub.
Yeah.
Isn't the other one bigger?
She got with redacted, launched her shake, then left. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised that if Silver Cup come up, but if Silver Cup comes out, they also want that art on EX booth. I mean, don't mind. I mean, don't mind if they advertise the Cinder and Silver together. It just makes Silver mad. Literally, if you advertise them together, you get 2x the sales. At least we got soft confirmation Cinder will be on the booth, which is awesome.
I'll advise the Cup Sinder versus Silver. I'm joking, okay?
And when you told me she asked you about doing a new model, I wonder if it's because Cinder posted 2 or 3 teasers for a new model on Twitter and Sylvie stalked her pages and saw it and thought she had to beat her to it. Or at least take up your time so you wouldn't be able to do what Cinder needed. Lol, like honestly, it would benefit them both, but Silver seems like she was too much of an ego. She'll never give Cinder public validation as long as she believes Cinder's a copy. Now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her.
At this point, Sinder should just give up on that and keep walking.
She's a big customer, true and real. It's just hard because it's hard for the public to separate the two. Kind of like redacted.
And it is with Redacted and I'm living, but Redacted seems like a cool guy. He just feels like my Dinkelberg.
Lol, Cinder, Silver, is Dinkelberg. That's perfect.
I don't understand Redacted's issue.
Cinder's just trying to be nice and Silver is hating her, lol.
Yes, exactly.
Redacted had beef with Redacted debut last year because she said on stream she was ripping off her voice. Something like, why watch a rip off when you have the original or something? And like, Redacted just ignored it because she didn't want any fights. And I don't know what happened behind the scenes, so now they're fine and they interact on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
But they're inseparable because people always associate them together from that, like Silver and Silver. It's like Silver and Cinder.
Wow, I never thought of something. I just called it the voice meta.
And the names being so similar didn't help out either. Yeah, cute accent always do well.
Change Cinder to Tinder. Follow me for some great tips.
Actually, just buy Tinder, quit VTube and become dating app. So like, we're not saying to stop work with Silver, but like, we always have plenty of work for you if you're willing to take it. We really appreciate everything you do for us, and Cinder really wants to get closer to you. She's just learning to be more social.
That's a cute statement. Oh shit. Also, oh shit, my ass.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Cinder raided Silver like 3 or 4 times with like fat rates, 1,000 to 2,000 people, and Silver refuses to say Cinder on stream. She'd say, "Thank you so much, welcome raiders, go follow her." Every single other raid, she'll call them their name. What the fuck? Like, make it more obvious you have a problem with Silver. Like, you have a problem, Silver.
Can't even hide it.
They briefly talked about Silver leaking. We show you between these. They briefly talked about Silver leaving. We show you between these screenshots.
By the way, about Silver's model, it's not her that came to me. It was me. I wanted to ask if she wanted a better model since the one was kind of made in a rush. But not gonna lie, I regret asking because I'm not sure I'm up to more model work and all this talk makes me feel sus. She didn't give me a proper reply about the model yet anyway.
Oh, okay. No worries, Nano. I'd rather it be just asking her than her asking you, lol. Oh my god, I found the tweet.
At Cinder VTuber. That's wonderful. Brighten me up to see. And you deserve it for being so cool, chill, and actually comfy at Really Good World. I'm sure that cosplay will be neat as fuck.
This was a reply to one of Cinder's tweet last week, lol.
Yeah, I just want to say that's so. It's less weird. Still a lot on the back though.
It's okay.
Damn.
Actually comfy. I wanna... wait. Nano clarified to me that she was the one who went to Silver about a new model when she told me about it on the... on that date. But was already regretting it due to not being up for more models work. Nano talking on more models than she could handle will continue to happen over the next couple of years. I wonder who that about just being crazy Nano, and that's why we're rushing the cup, lol. Welcome to their inner circle. Only a few other people know the Silverville drama.
That was like how I met your mother, but cup.
Yeah, but cup? But cup? Maybe next cup.
Shut off an asshole.
I no longer want a butt cup. Give me a booba cup.
But it's a great investment.
Oh really? Is that so?
Believe me, I'm professional.
You're the professional. If you got butt questions, go to Nano.
She can DM, she can draw him, she can drink him, she can slap him, maybe kiss him, who knows?
This makes me salty. I have a bad butt history.
Oh, this makes me salty, I have a bad butt history.
Do I want to ask? No, and I don't think I will.
A few of my community knows the tale.
No, it's 5 a.m. for you and you're about to tell me about bad butt history. How am I supposed to take that? Don't say up the ass.
And thank you for all the explanation, it was a ride. I do be a bit dead inside.
Yeah, it's nice to have you on the same page with everything, especially since I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I appreciate you staying up to listen. Gonna have my Cinder figure and my Nano figure right next to each other, and the silver figure will be in the box in the closet.
I know it's kind of different situation, but it do feel very similar to me in Redacted, so it pains me a lot.
What's Redacted ever mean to you?
No, that's why I say it's a bit different.
Oh yeah, Redacted was nice when Cinder worked with them. They actually read it today, lol.
I just feel being in shadow for so long, I still get the feeling back, but bulk up.
Hell yeah, buff Nano, you're out there doing full illustrations.
Thank you, not gonna lie, I reckon I will love Spite.
Especially looking at the difference.
When I get angry, I want to destroy.
Look how much you improved. This is like a year and a half apart. Wait a minute, wait until I can find it.
What?
And then he showed two of the model arts together. Look at it. Look at it.
Like my video arc, I'm being moved by Spite, and I enjoy it.
Give.
Oh yeah, this made me proud, not gonna lie.
Be careful with Spite. I hear she copies things, lol. Oh, also, we can't really say anything about Spite because people say, well, you copied Silver, didn't you?
Bruh, I kinda thought about it.
So we're stuck on both sides, lol.
The plot twist is Cinder becomes a Two-Face too, but on Spite.
Tinder was literally designed to not copy Silver.
And the cycle never ends.
Lol, Spite actually came into Cinder's chat last year.
Hell says still turning people.
When she was growing really fast and introducing herself, cheered 15,000 bits too. Aww. Then like a month later, unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Cinder ideas, like the flames. And now she basically rebranded to more of a fire Cerberus, using fire emojis all the time, shaking my head. Never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself a Hellhound but stopped when Cinder grew past her and now uses Cerberus or Cerberpup, and whatever her lore says. She's, I don't know.
The unfollow is weird.
Yeah, so it's like, that was also unprovoked tweet from her, like, I didn't copy anyone else from my design is all me, this is who I am. Like, huh? Who are you saying that to? All lol on random Cinder clips on YouTube. There was one dedicated Sprite fan or someone she knew, I don't know, that would comment on these clips saying like, when are you going to clip Sprite? Only on Cinder clips.
Honestly, Spite X Cinder design is much more sus than Cinder X Silver design.
Or saying really rude things about Cinder, always mentioning Spite. Yeah, especially after Cinder debuted with Spite, the redesign.
Bruh, honestly, it always begins with a fan saying shit.
This was the original Spite. This was Spite debut 2-3 months after Cinder.
Dude.
Yeah, and then follow and the random I'm not copying tweet. Now if you just look at her page, she uses fire all the time and she puts little skulls in her flames on her head to make it somewhat different.
Ah, I've seen this pose. Looks like PNGs.
True, not Mama Nano art for real.
Mama Nano makes best hellhound. We must wait for Demon Cinder and see if Spite makes a move too.
Lol, true, Cinder is copying me.
Not gonna lie though, Cinder is the best mascot. Animal VTubers usually goes for the same animal as pet, but Cinder is a fireball. I mean, still the doggy, but fire.
Red told me the gist of the conversation with Nano, and the next morning I messaged her about it. Red told me he was talking to you about the full story, Lamau. I haven't ever really told anyone else about all this except Redacted and Redacted last month, and of course Redacted yesterday. He has been eating me alive since I released my redesign, and I can't escape living with this for so long without anyone knowing the truth. But it's just been eating alive. The truth, yeah. But I also didn't want to say anything or tell anyone because I hate drama and I just want everyone to be nice and happy. I also didn't want to tell you about the cup art being simple because I don't want you to feel bad or blame yourself for anything.
But I'm glad and relieved you understand now. I'm so thankful for you that I want to get to know you more than just a business partner and have fun together and play games when you're ready. When you're ready to. I know you're gonna have so much fun. It do be a, it do, nonetheless response. It do be a lot, not gonna lie. I feel sad because I know how being someone's shadow eats your sanity. You stand to be strong and forget about Silver. You're always so big, you don't need any validation from her. And the redacted stuff was very shocking. And yeah, the cat part is such a sad coincidence. I didn't know any of this. Damn, you have to try. Damn, yeah, after staying up until 5 a.m. reading your deep lore, I do feel more part of the gang. Cinder. It's okay. I'm gonna keep celebrating all the cool stuff I get to do and have fun with my friends. The lore Lamau. Nano. I never read that much text in so long. I feel cultured. Sinder. I can't imagine. It's been a long time since this all started and so much happened. Nano. I can only imagine how much you mulled over the first model dam. Cinder response. But I'm thankful for it worked out this way because wouldn't want to work with anyone else. Nano less response. I think the same. Not gonna lie, I modeled it a lot working on your first model, but it worked it so much. Second model was so much easier. In response, you're cute. I know my model is really complicated, but I'm so happy to help you improve so much. Nonetheless, response back, and it'll be so good. I'm so hyped for your debut. By the way, Red showed me you're having the figure with my design in sign Ikum. My dream was to have a figure of my art, and it ended up, and in the end, I got two. In the response, oh, that makes me so happy. I'll show you the final sketch when I'm ready. Nano response, yeah, I'd love to see. Then Cinder, no, I'm gonna cry. They just sent me this and I wanna do a bikini instead. It's so good already. Featuring the model you drew, that red chopped up. Nonetheless respond, I can see that and I love, dude, I love this. The first one, the fire on the base is a good addition. Cinder response, I'm gonna fight for this so hard. Nonetheless response back, try having good smile to make demon. Cinder response, but good smile that demon wants silver. Oop. Nonetheless, stop talking about silver. Cinder, Lamau kidding. Good smile is just really picky about who they work with. Anonymous response, yeah, but maybe one day though. Cinder response back, you never know what can happen. Nonetheless, right for me is to have my own figure with novelist that you Dell, I can die in peace. Cinder response back, I'm so proud of you, Nano, you're doing amazing things. Let me take a sip, it's been so long. When Nano suggested I have good smile make my demo figure, I said I didn't even want silver, which is something I heard from another friend. Good smiles are very hard to get to work with. She was a much larger creator than me at the time, so I thought my chance of working with them were even smaller. I choose to keep this in, and I'm putting this out because it's the only time I said anything mean about silver in any of DMs with anyone. 15th of what is that, June? I messaged Yana to tell her we need to change the artwork on one side of my waifu cup because it was too similar to silver's. Now, no, to give you a heads up, GamerSub needs us to change the orange art. Nonetheless, response is it because of the post issue. In the response, I was just in call with them to discuss when my cup was being released, along with the artwork similarity between mine and Silver's cup, since her cup has been in development since December. Plus, the issue with them potentially reaching so close together. So yesterday we changed the post to a new piece of artwork before the end of this week. Wanted to ask if you think you have time to do that for me. Said they pay you an expedited fee on top of the commission price. The good news is that we'll be able to use the first artwork on other kind of merch and a banner for their booth, just not on the cup. They also want me to ask if you were paid for the first two pieces of artwork. Nonetheless, oh, I could try to change just the arm, it can be an option. But I'm fine with doing a new one too, they didn't pay anything yet. In the response back, they said they prefer a brand new one, so 3 separate pieces, especially because they want three to fill a giant mousepad. Nonetheless, hey yo. Seeing the response back, I'll let them know you haven't been paid and Redactor should get on that ASAP today. Do you think you have time this week to do it? Nonetheless, response back, I can do the rushes again. I'll be removing my wisdom teeth tomorrow, but I'm 80% sure it'll be good. Last time it wasn't that bad. In response, Nano, don't die trying to do art. Nano suggested an artist for a reference sheet, and Red told her that we were holding on to my winter outfit for her to do since she was interested. Oh, Nano message. Oh, by the way, if you want a cool art piece for reference sheet, I think Redactor is good. Redactor did the prob. We want to work with them again. Nonetheless, yes, I know his work is really good.
Mm-hmm. We would have him design the winter outfit if you'd rather that.
Well, I don't know. I'd like to try.
Yeah, we haven't asked him for any new designs because the only new one we have in mind right now is the winter one, and we know you were interested.
Nano asked Red if we could pay for a commission for her and subtract the total from the work she did for us. We've done this multiple times over the years to help her when she needs it, and she'd take the difference off of our commission. This was while we were at Anime Expo, and he had just bought a life-size standee of her. Red, can you pay me a little com again? It's a $700 com, but my kit card can't handle it. And yeah, as soon as Cinder wakes up, today's our work day in the hotel. We bought you. We bought you. We can just pay the invoice you sent. No, I didn't know you guys weren't home. I can't wait until it's good for you. Paying the com for me would be better if possible. My issue is that my card can't handle the numbers. Cinder sent a pic to me. I was like, wow, they got me taking air and touch grass, but it was outside because Cinder kidnapped me. Yeah, we were like, we need to nano home. Let's bid on her. Now we have to figure out how to ship you. And I think Cinder would be okay with it. We can just take it off our invoice later so it's balanced out. Gotta help Mama and Nana when we can. I showed Nano that I included her eye symbol in my demon room after my debut, which has been included in all of my major room background for years. Nano wasn't a tool for Red or I to use. She was someone we both cherished working with. Just planning to start on my winter design soon. And then she shows a clip of her Nano's eye design. And Nano responds, Sinder, I didn't notice it actually. You're so cute. I fell in love with the lore video and there was a photo of us. Cinder responds back, you're so cute. I love including you in little places because you're a huge part of my journey. I also want to ask if you're still able to make winter design and outfit of the base 2.0 model for the beginning of next year. Analyst responds back, of course, I was planning on working on this design soon actually. Red's been telling me about it. Cinder responds back, you guys are amazing. And then they show nonetheless specific eye symbol. And also the different Cinder rooms with the eye symbol. They did quite a lot. I've never noticed that actually. That is honestly adorable. The art pieces are amazing. Red messaged Nano and Silver asking about the model right after my demon model review. Silver Cup out this Friday. Will post, yeah, she told me. At least Silver came out first. Yeah, and it's going so well. Did she have you make a second art piece recently for it? Full bar racing fast. Yeah, it is. We're gonna get that flavor. I think I made last month or even before that. But man, Cinder model called a lot of attention. Redacted and Redacted messaged me for models. Oh shit, that's Nano. But man, Cinder's model called a lot of attention and Redacted messaged me for models. Did she ask you for a new model yet since Cinder's debut? Oh lol. I don't know why it does that. Sorry. Nano mentioned to me that more people are contacting her for models because of Cinder. Redacted says that part in the document. She did actually. I'm kinda excited for it. Me and Cinder were like, she probably already asked Nano. Are you planning to work on another model for her or just Redacted are new? I think she got upset about Cinder figure stealing her figure's thunder. Dude, there's no way. I mean, Cinder's been blasting. She just got it all. What did you tell her, no? Silver been kind of missing, I think, and not yet actually. I know Cinder's enemy, but still my client. I'm sorry. It's okay. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Is she rushing you for a birthday model again? Listen, I just wish she'd play nice, man. Like, Cinder didn't copy you. Stop being like this. Oh no, it's just a new model. We're not the contest outfits. Like, I didn't see a point. Like, wow, Wolf Girl. Please don't be a bitch, Silver. We just wanted Silver to get along with Cinder, but we couldn't recognize the way she'd always acted towards Cinder. But we couldn't. But we could recognize the way she'd always acted towards Cinder. That's Red interjecting. So just Redacted are the new babies right now? Redacted isn't confirmed yet, but Redacted is.
Okay, I thought Redacted was working on her own model.
He is, but seems to be busy. Seems to be too busy to keep on that.
Oh, I'm glad everyone's interested in working with you. You deserve the attention, and I hope your own VTubing is going good. Sinder still wants to collab.
I'm having existential crisis over VTubing.
You've been doing good though. What the hell?
I don't know. I used to be like that.
How's your new design coming? Oh, and I guess we can start working on Cinder Winter design whenever you want to. Make sure you save time for your new Cinder stuff too, with Redacted and Silver and everything else you do.
Any new model going a bit slow. My new model is going a bit slow, not gonna lie. Also, don't worry, didn't confirm anything with Silver yet.
I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes. What's up with your new model?
Oh, no big deal. Just taking my time working on it.
Can I post the 2.0 Cinder art too? It's okay waiting to actually debut though. Wait,
Can I post this in the 2.0 in the R2? It's okay waiting to actually debut though.
I think it'd be better to wait to post the 2.0 art, but you can post the demon artwork.
No problem. Is there a set date for 2.0?
We're gonna do Cinder's birthday, but it's probably going to be early October. Just a lot we have to take care of before that.
Oh shit, I hope it's nothing bad. All I know is Sinder's non-stop opportunity machine.
There's some problems going on with and things we need to fix, and just some drama getting to us. But yeah, it's non-stop crazy things.
Man, no more drama.
We have a little break with new things until 2.0, and we still have advertised gamers up and the beginning figure until then. Yeah.
May you know what's up? Kinda like gossip?
Drama with some friends who were traveling. Yes, people not acting very nice and being kind of two-faced. I and now Silver stuck again to us. We didn't plan for her things to be releasing close to ours.
I'll slap you and I'll slap you about Silver stuff.
It's whatever, I guess.
Forget about her, I swear.
Yeah.
I was looking at numbers yesterday. Cinder literally has the same view number as Silver now. Cinder's supremacy.
Almost as many, but it's not really that, I think.
Like really close.
I think it's more like wanting her to recognize Cinder even though it literally doesn't matter. I feel like there's this unspoken competition between them, like they need to one up each other because Silver can't get along. But I also understand her point of view. And new VTuber who people say looks, sound, and act like you becomes just as successful as you in a year. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like she's endorsing her copy, or like I've been seeing some people say her replacement. They share a lot of the same audience too. So we have to figure out. So we have to fight for their wallets with our cups and figures. Lol. We did undercut Silver's figure though.
I mean, I think Cinder's winning considering her goal for the cosplay.
True.
That was insane.
Like at the end of the day, it's about how much we make compared to her. We just want her to recognize, hey, Cinder's a big VTuber too. She's going there on her own merits, just like you did. Get along, and the marketing potential and the money they could be making if they teamed up. I just know anything we do, she's watching. I'll take from or try to do. Oh my god, you know the spinning figure thing we had on Steam? Silver figure was announced on Wednesday. No spinning figure. Cinder debuted Saturday. Everyone hears about it. Figure announced. Spinning figure on screen while with the exclamation mark figure next to it. Silver streams yesterday. First streams and Cinder big debut. Guess what? Spinning figure on screen. I said we were fighting for Cinder and Silver's shared audience wallets with our cups and figures because Cinder and Silver's first waifu cup dropped a week apart, and their scale figure a month apart. And we undercut Silver figure by having an earlier release date than her to avoid Cinder being accused of copying her again. We wanted Silver to at least be on good terms with Cinder. Anyone could see the potential success they have working together, including the money they could make. We had complimented Nan's work we did for Silver and told her I want Nano everything. You got the personality and I run the brand. Branding is important. Oh, and you did a good job with Silver's art.
Lucky to have you. Every now and then I check on Redacta and she's always dying.
She's lucky to have you.
Because she didn't have a dude like you. I forgot the name. I hope we can make color cups for Cinder one day. It did take a long time to render the art though.
From what I remember, I don't think the gamer sub was too happy doing the full art cup, but But if it sells well, they'll absolutely do more. Sinder literally wants Nano everything. Clone you sell so we can have a Nano.
Adopt me, please.
Did she ask you about illustrating a dojin? We were in talks with some people and we brought your name up, so we'll see what happens.
She did mention it. If this ever happens, let me know, like ASAP. I won't die doing it, but having another artist is fine. I know she'll pick a good one.
I will, maybe just for the cover, easier on you, I don't know.
Yeah, can be fine too.
We can start working on anything when you have time to. I can start.
I can start designing Winter Cinder. Is there any base ideas?
I can send you some ideas in the server soon.
Sure.
I love Nano. We discussed plans with Nano and she was interested in doing and gave her priority because bringing plans to any other artist, we ultimately decided to wait until Nano was ready to make a winter outfit like I had been discussed with her all year. The blank message show below was an animated emote on a frame that didn't show anything. No.
Red.
Sorry, I know you're streaming, so we're going to apply to get the winter outfit design but redacted. That way you don't have to have as much on your plate right now if you're doing a lot. If it's acceptable, we were thinking about doing an uncomfy gamer girl pajama outfit design next that you can work on your own, that you can work on you with. Although we have a few more ideas we could do too, I just want to let you know since you were interested.
It's okay, don't worry. Redacted does some great design.
You do great designs too.
I'm fine working on the comfy gamers instead though.
But if you're really excited to design the winter one, you can do it. We just didn't want to overwhelm you with stuff. You're taking on a lot of work lately. I applied for them to design my characters, so we figured while we're open, we should apply for them to do something for Sinder.
Yes, what the? Yes, what for? I mean, I'm excited, but Redacted will deliver the goodies for sure.
Oh, and if you have any ideas for Cinder's outfits you think would be cool to make, instead of winter ice and comfy gamer, we're thinking of pirate, rockstar, heaven, ghost, and bringing the bikini to the 2.0 model. And any of these more exciting to you than ice? Because we can give you redacted one of these and you do ice. I'll talk to Cinder. We want to give you priority with whatever you want to work with also.
I think the seasonal should come first so she can have a fit for all year.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah, them the specials.
There's an unrelated conversation between these messages.
I'll hold a bit on the winter side, Cinder a bit. Cinder will wait for Redacted.
For what?
He wasn't going to make the winter fit?
We didn't apply for it, so you can do it. That's why I said if there's any other outfits in the list that you'd want to do, then tell me so we can have him make something else.
Go apply. I thought you already did.
No, you're Pika Loco, no dummy. I was talking to Nonoless.
Ah, okay. I'm good working on it anyway, but still, feel free to have Redacted work on ending. I don't mind. I'm just one little guy anyway.
Redacted. I think you'll do a really good job with it. Almost 3 weeks later, Red checked with Nano on my winter outfits and she was working on a new model. But the sure date was okay that she hadn't started it yet. Yeah, Nano, I just want to check with you on Cinder stuff since I saw you were also doing Redactor's model now.
Sorry, it didn't start yet. That's why I told you it was okay to have it with Redacted. I'll see if I can get the first sketch this week.
If you don't have time right now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about getting to it yet. We haven't started anything with Redacted yet. I'm waiting for him to be done with other things too, so maybe whoever read it first. About a month later, Nano asked Red for us to find someone else to do my winter model art due to her workload. Red offered to push the model art back since we had no one else in mind to do it. We wanted to prioritize model artwork with Nano over the gamer sub artwork Red asked her about. Nano did the artwork in October and started my winter model in November. Oh my. No. Do you still want to do the Sinder gamer sub flavor art? Yeah. They want to make a group chat with us and start it soon, so it's ready to go. And they want to start on a second cup idea. Oh, nice. I do need some info on that. By the way, I want to ask something. Do you mind coming someone else for the winter outfit? I mean, for the model art. If you guys prefer having me doing it is fine too. No. I confused the two again. Not the design. I can talk to Sina about it. We can't make you work on it if you don't want to. Oh no, it's not like I don't want. I just makes my work a bit. I did that. That's why I didn't mind doing it if she prefers me. I don't think we have anyone else to do it, but if we need to push it back further for you, that's okay. I can make this work out. And if you think you're taking on too much, you can give you the name, the new gamer sub project to someone else.
No, I want to make the tab art.
Okay, you can. You just don't want you to overload yourself with project. I know it's probably hard to turn down work on everything you get approached about. I messaged Nana about my project and tried to make them easier for her to do. Sinder. Hi Nano, I haven't heard from you in a bit. I wanted to see if you still wanted to work on my winter design, gamer support flavor, and new cup art. If you have so much on your plate, I can always find someone else to do them. I just need to know soon because I really want to get this done as soon as I can. Nano. I really wanted to work on the flavored art though. I want to work on all of it, not gonna lie. I can do the gamer support stuff if we have the winter for someone else. And Cinder, I like that you have for the winter design so far, so I wouldn't want someone else to change it and finish it for you. If I just haven't had an update from you in a while, so I wanted so I wasn't sure you still wanted to work on it. I can have Red send you his ideas for the flavor art though if you want to start on that. I think he said he wanted something. I think he said he had something in mind already, but I want to get both of these done ASAP. Nonetheless, response. Sorry I wasn't home in the past few days. Honestly, my biggest issue with Winterfit is if y'all want all arm toggles to work with it. In the response back, I think I have 6 right now. Would I have to get rid of some? Nonetheless, yeah, especially because there's the coat and no coat would be 12 arms. Cinder. What if we get rid of the cross arm on hip, and hand on face toggle with the coat on? That would bring it down to 9 arms. Nonetheless, I would appreciate it. Cinder. If that works for you, it works for me. Nonetheless, response back. I wish my current model and work on your stuff. I'll finish my current model and work on your stuff right after. In response, sounds good. Finish my current, nonetheless answers. Finish my current work. We'll start on yours next week. I'll be away this weekend. By the way, any of this work can be streamed? Sinder. Okay, thank you, Nano. I'd rather you not stream the winter outfit, but you can stream the gamer support out as long as it doesn't say gamer support anywhere and you don't say exactly what it's for. Red asked Nana about their current project. We're thinking about the model plans with another artist at the time because of Nana's busy schedule lately. Although nothing ended up coming out of it, it's when Red allegedly manipulated Nana and forced her to cancel Civil Waste model. And Redacted respond, hey Nano, do you have a lot of models lined up still? Nano, quite a few. Is it for a project? Also need feedback on the other outfit that might need to change the targets too. Redacted notes for a product. I was just wondering, I know you're working on Redacted and Silver and Redacted. Said you would be working with Redacted soon. I'll get the feedback soon. It's pretty much like this right now, and she links a screenshot that says Silver model, Redacted model, Cottontail model, and Bow model, and Cinder model, Redacted model. Oof. My oof was reaction in this case were due to the number of projects she had to do on her list, not about who was on it. It was the first time I'd seen Nano would be working on Bow. We're working with Bow on a model. But it's pretty but this is a nano type sense. But this is pretty much one com every month, which means I can always put Cinder stuff in between easy. Redacted. Okay, do you know what kind of model Bow wanted from you yet? Like, is it normal whale or is there a team? I thought you were talking to Redacted about the model. Nano response back. She wants a big mommy bow like Redacted. Redacted response back. I was about to say, not the Bowberry. Redacted, so like a lore outfit. Nano. Redacted model is done for a while too. Red response back. Oh lol, I mean, maybe it's a good thing we ended up reaching out to another artist about model with how many you'll be doing. And then Nano says she started rigging. I was asking question about Bow's design here to find out it would be compatible with Boss Rush team like a lore outfit. Boss Rush was an idea between me and Sinder at the time, but we knew what the concept would eventually be, just not who would be in it. Red asked who's rigging. Nala said it's gonna be redacted. Red answers nice, and O redacted. Nala says O redacted is really good. And Red says, yeah, I don't feel super good about going with someone other than you, but I don't know, it's like an arm race sometimes with a new model and more people wanting the best mama nano babies. Nonetheless, response back, oh, don't worry about that. I'm sure redacted model will be even better, to be honest. His art is really clean and yummy. What answers we'll have to see. Nonetheless, like I said before, I feel like my models are too overrated. There's so many good out there. Red answers, Nano, you're like the most desirable model artist out there. Look who's trying to commission you. Nano responds back, it's like a big brand, it's just name. Red answers back, not to discredit any of your work because everything you work on is top of the line incredible. But when everyone's a Nano baby, it feels less special to be one, if that makes sense. And I've been getting the same feeling from gamers up lately too. Nano, just another one. Red answers, I think it's just a difficult situation with everything we have ideas for. And Red, our original plan was to work with you on a bunch of 2.0 outfits this year, but because of gamer support project, the possible game project, your schedule, maybe redacted model, I'm not sure what we're doing now, to be honest. I need like a week or of nothing happening and anywhere to catch up and organize things. Of course, we can still do outfits if you have time in between. It's not like we don't want to work with you. And Nano. Wait, actually, this in between. Red answers in between. The first time I said anything about Nano's model being less special, if everyone had one, it was about supply and demand and the perceived value of Nano's models if they weren't scarce. Like I said above, this is not to discredit the quality of her. This is not to discredit the quality of her work or her talent as an artist. Nano responds back. I can understand if y'all want to go with redacted stuff, considering he might be cheaper too. I'm pretty sure my work is expensive right now. Also, you can ask other artists to make outfits for the model if my schedule is your concern. Red responds back, no cost isn't a factor. We work with who we work with because we like them and we like their work. That's why we keep working with you. Red, after the winter outfit, we were thinking pirate summer, maybe bring back the bikini, ghost Halloween, and angel for Christmas. And I don't know what's possible. I don't know where a possible dot model will go because I wouldn't consider the 3.0, it'd be like a spin off. Nano birthday, maybe? What kind of design would it be? Red. Thinking about something coffee, gimme girl, all girl, possibly with arcade skin like toggles. Nano. Wait, could be Tashi. Tashi was their previous OC. Red. We had the idea, but we think it'd be best to invest in Cinder models and keep Tashi as a toggle, since Tashi is like only for longtime fans and not really part of the main brand. Nana says, "Oh, I see." Red, would be weird to go full Tashi model on Twitch slash Sinder because it's not Cinder, lol. Nano, yeah, I guess. Red, also potentially phasing out Tashi within the next year, but we'll see if it's on life support. It's on life support, to be honest. But yeah, Redacted would do something like Eagle Gamer Arcade Skin. Redacted is supposed to design an angel outfit at some point, and Cinder really wants a pirate outfit, and I think a ghost outfit would go hard with the fire teaming. But planning all this next year will be a nightmare with any other project. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay relevant. I know. People say whatever they say, but Redacted raised the line too much. Red, I still think you should do 3.0 towards next fall slash winter for 2025. Red, yeah, now it's expected. Red, just an idea. I just want it ready for late spring, early summer 2025. Nana, would be an honor to keep being Sinder's mama. Red, 2.0 outfits and maybe redactable right out next year, but there needs to be a plan after that, lol. You're the only one, and you're only gonna keep getting better at models, and we love you. It just sucks everyone wants a Nano model. I mean, it's good. Nano, for real. Red, baby, because you make a lot of money, you gotta eat lol, but sucks because it's not as special. No, I'm actually grinding because next year I'm gonna get my own house. Red, housewarming party when? No, we'll definitely do for VR friends. Getting more settled, I might try to travel a bit and do more cool stuff. Also, since I'm booked till June so far, let me know whenever it's possible to confirm this new model, so I'll stop the models a bit for real. Red, which new model? Like the outfit for 3.0? No, 3.0 2025. Red, okay, I'll have to talk to Sinner and talk to Redacted again. No, of course. Like I said, I would be an honor to keep being Sin's mama, but if she wants to go for Redacted, it is what it is. Won't take it personally or anything. Red, do you think you would still be available for art for now until July, or are you focusing on the models only? No, can do art for sure. Red, okay. Besides Game Up, I think there might be a one big art project we have in mind, but need to talk to some friends to some people first.
And of course, game, but you probably wouldn't be able to contribute much with how much would be needed for each artist. I know what the plan is for that yet, and I mean, there's always the Cinder Dojin idea too. Nano. Dude, being so close to Cinder's plans makes me kind of scared of being content creator. Like, not just art, you know. I don't have the energy. Red, it's 24/7. I don't have energy anymore. I'd love to see you do more content creation stuff, but be aware it might be easier to stay in art world. Nano, right? I'm kind of happy with my small fan base. I don't feel the pressure. I just do whatever I like to do. Red, and I don't mind telling you because we trust you and like including you in a project, and we take pride in calling you her artist. It's a big thing too. There's a lot of pressure of constantly doing more new and exciting things as you get bigger, and we have to learn that fast. Nano, dude, you make me rethink about my current waitlist. Red, huh? Why? You gotta buy a house. You and your husband need a house. Nano, I don't know. Cinder's just the best baby I got, to be honest. Red, buy a house, Nano. Buy a house. Nano, we're not living in the road. Don't worry. Red, Nano, how do you work in the jungles of Brazil? Nano, yeah, we need to make a capybara plus crocodile energy trap to run the PC, dude. Red, is your wife is your Wi-Fi router a coconut? Is the bird from Rio there? Nano, with hedgehog spires to do this dancing season every day. It's so loud. And Red comment, just by talking about our plans. Oh, Red. Just by talking about our plans to Nano, she said I was making her rethink her current waitlist. Calling Sinder the base baby I got, to be honest. Above, Red said, Nano, you and your husband need a house because accused of not censoring that personal information and outing her in public on his Twitter profile that me as her husband. He's also her manager. What? Before I'm accused of not censoring the personal information and outing her, it's public, so now it's Twitter profile that me as her husband. He's also her manager. Okay. Ah. Okay, back to the screenshots. It's just. Mm, Redacted by me, if you want to clear up your schedule for more work with us, I'm not going to stop you. No, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking on cleaning the models, the most later ones. Redacted. I don't know for sure right now, but I think you should keep Bao big, maybe. And that's all I say. Oh yeah, I really want to work with Bao. Are you designing Baos? Red. After Nana said she was rethinking her waitlist, I said I won't stop her if she wanted to make more time for us. She responded saying she was thinking about getting rid of the later ones. I thought Nana should keep Bao on her list because she was seen as friends, but I didn't take a solid stance on it. If Nana was thinking about removing her herself, Nana said, yeah, she really wanted to work with Bao. No, not sure if we didn't get into specific yet since it's planned for July. Red, so that's on the list. So what on the list can you get rid of? No, might have it like this. Redacted are people I promised on models I can't cancel. I'll just tell them my manager told me to get rid of some complex I'm dying, so Mia gets the fault. Redacted, so you scrapped Silverville? I talked to Cinder just now about this and she said she absolutely would love to work with you for more to help pay for your house. No, I mean Redacted Red, sorry. Didn't you already start Silver on your stream though? No, yeah, but I'll cancel anyway. Kinda feeling more light and I didn't even seen the messages yet. Red. Ruthless. I mean, regardless of how I feel about it, you should do what the best for you. We definitely want to come you for more art and you can do on stream too. Like not just NDA models lol. I think we have a plan for how we can work with both you and redacted models too and the 3D modeling we're getting. 3D model we're getting. Red intercept. I didn't ask Nano to cancel any models. She chose to cancel Cotton and Silver's models herself. Even though I was biased about Silverware, I had nothing against Cotton back then and didn't even say anything once to Nano about her. Yes, she chose to cancel her model too. She said she was feeling more light, implying that she really was dying with her commissions. I told her she should do what's best for her. After Nano first showed me her new waitlist, I told Sinder she cancelled Silverware's models. She was trying to buy a house, and that we could give her more work to help her. She was excited to do as much as we could for Nano. Nano told me about Silverware's model in July, but was only cancelled here in November. If I was the one who had Silver's model cancel, why did I tell her it was okay and then wait for months to force and manipulate Nano to cancel it? Why would Nano have been able to tell me in July? Why would Nano have been able to tell me no in July about Silver and then never again about anything else? Nonetheless, she kinda did actually, but I'm kinda excited for Redacted. Red. Me and Cinder were like, you probably already asked Nano. Are you planning to work on another model for her or just Redacted on you? I think she got upset about Cinder figure stealing her figure Thunder. Nano, dude, there's no way. I mean, Cinder been blasting, she's got it all. Wait, we already read screenshots. Here, Nano cancelled a model with Silver in the DMs, blaming Miu and her workload. The screenshot is from Silver's document. Here's my message to Silver 2 days before Red's conversation with Nano ever happened on the 11th. This message was framed in Silver's document as me taunting her, while Red and I were supposedly plotting against her, which is completely untrue. My messages for her was genuine. The full context of my DM with Silver are in her section of the document. The power to this document, holy shit. Hey Silver, I just got your Gamers Up stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's cute that we both have Non's art on top of merchandise since we both are model. She's both our model mama. I hope your flavor development's going well. Can't wait to try it. They're sending me samples of mine soon. I replied to Nana's tweet showing off mine and Silver's merch the night before Red had this conversation with her too. As you read from the conversation above, Red didn't ask or make Nano cancel Silver's model. Image from Silver's document. I didn't think much of it at the time, but Tina messaged me on Discord right before my model was cancelled. She celebrated that we shared art, despite the fact that at the same time she and Red were actively working to take the potential for more away. This is what Red told Nano in May about working with Silver. Red, no, listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her. In July, Nano told Red that Silver was still her client, no matter how he may feel about it. Nano, she kinda did actually. Red, wait, did you tell her no? No, Silver been kinda missing, I think, and not yet actually. I know it's Sinder's enemy, but still my client, I'm sorry. Red, it's okay. And there's Nano in her own public Discord server the very next day on November 18th saying she's healthier and less stressed after choosing to remove Silver and content from her commission waitlist. Nano. Had some action about my com waitlist, but I'm healthier and less stressed. But here's Nano on Nano's reaction on the 4th, on the 6th of April, finding out about my message to Silver and the image on how it was portrayed in Silver's document. Nana would have known exactly what happened with Silver's model. No, it's like screenshots. No, I literally can't believe this. I don't think much of it at the time. It links to like when Sinder messaged Silver. Nana told Red that Giri approached her about her model. I chose to leave her name uncensored since I mentioned her in my apology after finding out about it. And I was never even and she quotes her apology. I was never even aware that Nana ever was planning to work on a model for another one of my friend Giri. Nano. Also, Giri contacted me for a possible model she's pursuing artist, so I'm not confirmed yet. Red, like in the past day? Yesterday, Nana said. Red, ain't no way. She's gonna want you for sure. No, hold on, it's not like this. Red, not yet. Oh, and another project I was talking about was maybe a big art piece for a webcon in March. Red talked about another project with Nano between these screenshots. Red, would it be evil to pay you a model price to not work on Silver's model? I'm only half kidding. Nano. A little bit, but... Red. Nano, house fun, business expense. Nano, I feel kind of bad to reply on Cinder for that though. Red, I don't think we'll run out of work for you. Like, there's always just general artwork too. Silver can get the model for someone else. She has connections. Nano, you're right. This is a business world. Redacted world. Oh, she said business word. Red intervenes. I was half kidding when I told Nana about playing her for not working with Silver on the model because she was just cancelled. because she had just cancelled her model 2 days earlier. Nano then said I was right, this is business world, in reference to what I said about paying her not to work silver, which is the exact opposite to what mine and Sinder's later comment about business meant. Unrelated conversation continues with, again, between the screenshot. Red, well, let's see if Kitty wants a Nano model or not, and hope Silver finds someone else. X the evil. Nano. The next 7k I kinda wanna save for redacted rigging though. My house can wait. Red, which model are you gonna do next? Red, my reaction towards Giri inquiring about the model had nothing to do with Giri at all. I've never had anything against her. It was about more and more people wanting them smaller in general, and anyone in particular, and this was right after Nana just removed 2 models from her schedule. I never told Sinder about Giri because it never went anywhere, because there was no reason to. I hope Silva would find someone else to do her model so she wouldn't come back to Nano for one. Unlike Cinder, by this point in time, I had already basically written off Silverware because of the underserved way she treated her. Jumping ahead again. No, by the way, since you got plans, do you think it would be best for me to have Bao's model done sooner or around June is okay? Red, I really don't know at the moment. We're working on the winter model right now and finish the gamer support art. When the next thing might be webtoon thing, if we get okay for it, then we gotta talk to gamer support about Sinner's next product launch. So there's no plans for that right now. Then Cinder didn't want to do a 2.0 pirate bikini model for summer. I don't know when that's best to start so I can be done rigging in time and 2.0 model update. And then the gamer project, we're still in the idea phase, so I can't give you any work for that right now. And it's always just more artwork for stream, for posting, spicy art, maybe spicy comic. No. Maybe having it done sooner or whatever happens later, I'll be open for it. Nano asked me when she should have Bao's model done. Nor do I say she would cancel it. Nano suggests you may get it done sooner than June. Redacted. True. We could start the 2.0 update pirate design after Winter model is done, then that can be off stream. And when we can do the webtoon art, I'll be on stream, and also just finishing the flavor art when the drink is finished. No. I still get the changes. I still got the changes in mind. Don't worry. Red, if you say, I don't know if you saw, but we were talking about adding butt fangs to the winter model and having the sweater flip up when winter moves, like the redacted model has been. Oopsie, says Nano. Red, how did that happen? Gotta make the coochie yummy looking like redacted lol. Oh, I forgot we can also work on the base 2.0 model update after the winter one is done. Like the update is like the updated booba, parapop, etc. So every outfit going forward can have new stuff. Nonetheless, of course, that's been all the changes. If there's a deadline for it, I'll be quite busy until mid-December because of current project I already started. After that, I'll be pretty open. Let's go! None on Team Sinder. Oh, by the way, even if I'm dedicated Cinder slave, I'll need to make Pantry content too. Red, that's fine. We still want you to do your thing, the thing in art. The world would be a darker place without nano art, and if we come you for normal art, you can use non-for person for that patron too. This would mean the world to me. We are nano belle bears. Nonetheless, I'm working with you twos for nano mono plush. I'm so excited. Red comments. Nano refers to herself as a dedicated Cinder slave after our conversation, which is something I ever implied she'd be, but I wanted her to only work with us. Someone I worked with asked me about how I was working with Nano since one of their friends were commissioning her for a model. A few days after their message, I responded praising Nano. Hi Cinder, I have a question for you. I'm good friends with the voice actor for Dot Dot Dot, and she's about to commission an analyst for a VTuber model. Since this is the first time working together, nonetheless recommended I reach out to you to get an idea what it's like to work with them. Overall, what was working with Nano like for you? Cinder response, sorry I missed this. I've been working with Nano since she first started taking models. She was Swedish, she's always nice to work with. Red messaged Nana about me and one of my models since we didn't have a problem with sharing Nana as a model mama with anyone, and I always supported them. Redacted. Your daughters really are related, lol. Cinder is my favorite artist nonetheless. I don't know if you know her, but I love her. But My favorite artist, nonetheless. I don't know if we have heard about them, but they're pretty dope. Nonetheless, these two, blushing emoji. Nano voiced her concerns to Red about the previous conversation where she got the impression Red wanted her to only make models for me, and the confusion around it cleared up between them. The situation showed that Nana was capable of putting her foot down and making decisions for herself, despite any accused manipulation. No, I didn't yet because Redact said they would get one for me, but we need to talk later. Red, oh, what up, Nano? Nano, so it's about working with Cinder. My friend told me it's a bit unfair for me to sub Autumn also, so I do more for Cinder, which I agree with them. I'm a free artist and I should do whatever I want to do. I don't want to take sides on any drama situation. I still will always have a way to open up a spot for Cinder, but I won't be having her as my only customer. Red, I agree, you're a free artist and you should do what you want, but I was under the impression that taking on more Cinder art is what you wanted to do. I didn't think it would be like we were making you do that. No. Guess we got a misunderstanding on both sides more about this. It says before she well forwarded. Oh shit. Okay, let me scroll back. Oh dearie. There we go. And not to discredit enough your work because everything you're working on the top of the line is incredible, but then but everyone's a Nano baby, it feels less special to me. It makes sense kind of getting the same feeling from Gamers Up. So she forwarded that. Redacted. Oh, I see. I mean, what I said is still true about how I feel, but it wasn't saying anything you had to do. You have to only do Cinder from now on. That's with anything though, not just your work. If you have something special and then everyone wants and then gets the great thing, it makes it less special. I'm sorry you were under the impression we were trying to make you only do work for us. I'll keep things more business talk and less emotional lol. Just let me know how this would affect your schedule so I can tell Cinder after. Sorry for the stress, Nano. No, but every single model I do is unique. I make them special in their way. It's not like I'm selling Sin to everyone. Please don't feel this way. Red. No, I know. You pour your heart out and soul into your models and they're all incredible. No. I'm sorry I made you both feel this way. And then we have Red intervene. Interlude. Red. I was confused because I never told Nano she should be only working with Cinder from now on. I didn't ask her to cancel anything either. I said that the more she made, the less special they were, and talked about Sinder's plans, and she canceled 2 models. I thought that was because she wanted to do more with us. To be fair to Nano, I didn't explain my point of view about her model at all, but I didn't bring it up to somehow manipulate her. It came down to a conflict of interest from my client perspective and her artist perspective. First of all, this way of thinking about the value of Nano's model was my thought process, and Cinder understood and went along with it. Not everyone will feel or see the way I did here, and that's okay because I don't think this is a right or wrong issue. It just comes down to what every person values as a VTuber, artist, or viewer. This shows just how much we admire Nano and the work that we're putting her on a pedestal. It has nothing to do with the idea of other people with her models would be Cinder clones or that her work was less incredible because there was more of it. To me, it was a matter of supply and demand, just like a rare trading card. The more models Nano made, and the more often she would, the less valuable they'd become for the people who have them. Nano's models are all of incredible quality, extremely unique, and highly sought after. But they'd each individually be less special or valuable if there was 100 of them rather than 10. From a VTuber perspective, your visual identity is extremely important. A model isn't just any other asset. Your design, your model, and its art style are a huge part of what makes them what they are and how they are represented and recognized as an extension of yourself. The fewer VTubers with their model art style, the more uniquely it all is to have. They stand out more and it becomes a more personal defining feature of that VTuber representing that artist. We all know of at least one VTuber who was the only model from a certain artist or one of a handful of models from them. The more models an artist make and the easier it is to get one will inherently lessen the perceived value of the VTubers' visual identities who have those models. I only thought this way over models because of the role and importance they play for a VTuber and the importance Nano art was to our brand. It was never about who was asking Nano for a model, it's just that more and more people were. More new model clients meant more recurring model clients, meaning less time for anything we wanted to do with Nano, which is why we considered an exclusivity deal in January 2025 My priority was always been our plans and our schedule. Everything Avita does revolve around a centerpiece. That's why I always ask Nana about her schedule and where she could fit in her plans and the consistent pace we've always the consistent pace we've always. These are plans at the consistent pace we've always. Okay. That way we could keep up with the pressure to always do bigger and better things all around new models. On the other hand, as you'll read, I also completely sympathize with Nano's perspective as an artist in an artist's view. They want their art to be everywhere and seen by many people as possible, and have more and more people appreciate their craft, hard work, and the love they put into what they do. More artwork for more clients mean more of their work will be seen by more people, leading to new clients and more new opportunity to sustain themselves financially. New ideas, new concepts that come in and keep working and prevent creatively burning out from doing the same thing over and over again with the same old clients. When Nana told me how she felt, I was 100% on board with what she was saying, and I had no reason to argue against her, even if my priority was always been Sinner's project. I always cared about and prioritized Nana as my friend and what she wanted to do for herself. I apologized for Nana to the confusion and accepted her decision without any pushback. When I said business is business in these messages, it was referring to the fact that Nana made a business decision that was best for her. Even if it wasn't necessarily what I wanted and expected, I didn't hold it against her and worked around. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, sorry, I wanted to see how much more there is. Against I work with her. It's okay, Nana, you're making a living. It's redacted says. Red says. It's okay, Nana, you're just making a living and making a name for yourself, and I can't blame you for not accepting work from other big names in the industry and having a very desirable talent. If you're not filling your model schedule again like it was, let me know. We'll have you replan something depending on that. Thank you for understanding my side. We're all trying to have our names together. Nano says, thank you for understanding my side. We're all trying to have our names together. Just don't take this personally or anything. I still love working with you guys. And again, apologizing for the troubles of your plans. I still revisit my list and see what I got. Red, business is business. If you want to go through the project we talked about, then let me know which one you want to do. Nano. Oh. Red, I'll just wait to hear from you about your models list and what you want to work on before we set anything in stone. Nano, of course I'll always I'll be away today, so I'll give update later. Red, is this about Silver's model too, Nano? Where he re-forwards, I don't want to take sides on any drama on situation. Nano, yeah. I want I wanna take it, but I don't wanna disrespect Sinder. I just wanna do pretty models, no hurt feelings. Redacted, business is business. Red, I was completely understanding and sympathetic at Nano's side of things and working with Silverwhale. The drama she was talking about was about Silver. I never asked her not to or to cancel her model, but if she wanted to work with Silver, then there was nothing I was going to say to stop her. It was her business decision, and I respect that just like I always had. Business is business. In Red's message at the bottom, he was joking, of course, he was okay with Nano's decision, and my conversation with Nano about this below. Red, Nano, you're a freelance artist and Silver is a long-time client, so it makes sense to continue doing work for her. I understand the logistics of it. At the end of the day, you need to know what's best for you. Nano, I really appreciate for understanding my side. I do understand your side, but sadly, something between you two, not me. I should get involved with this fight. I score art brewer. Right. I know I didn't think our other conversation sounded like it was trying to make you not work with her or the model, like Silver specifically. No, maybe you just consider the situation too much mistake for thinking that way. Red, it's okay. No, but are we good for real? This feels like a weird breakup. I'm stressing. Red, me and you are good, but we still have to tell all this to Cinder. It'll be fine. Red, just like before, I told Nano she needed to do what's best for her. I didn't say anything about Silver in the conversation where Nano canceled her model. Red, it'll be fine. Don't worry. I think she's still sleeping. Nonetheless, oh god, I'll be her first news. Red, I'll let you know when I talk to her. Don't worry. No, please have mercy. Red, I'll go over a list of things we talked to you about with her, and we'll write them out for you, and we can find time for things. Red, if you do/don't still want to do pirate outfit, we might not start any model project until 3.0, but that's not the only thing we had in mind. Like we were talking about. Let me drink. No, I might be able to consider. I might be able to considering it's only taking Silver back,
Well, I thought you were gonna take everyone back. No, I still need to talk to them. Red. Red interjects. Nano, I might be able to consider I'll only take silver back. Again, I did not say anything about cotton, but Nano cancelled her model anyway and never took it back. Nonetheless, I still need to talk to them. Red, did you end up doing the Giri model? Nano, oh, not yet. She was just browsing. Red, don't worry. It's business is business. I'll message you when I talk to Sinder. Nano, let her have breakfast at least. Sweating. Red, thank you for getting this out of the way now. Nano, instead of waiting a while, lol. No, I try to be transparent as much as possible. I think it's more fair for both sides this way. Red, you didn't tell Silver you canceled because of Cinder, did you? No, I told all of them it was health issues. Red, once again saying business is business here is me telling Nano that no matter what her decision on Giri's model was, I would accept whatever outcome she chose. I didn't want to affect her decision about it and Giri never came up between us again. I asked Nano if she told Silver she canceled her model because of Cinder because before this, Nano was under the impression I asked her to only work with us. When I didn't, she cancelled Silver's model at the end of the same conversation. I didn't know what she might have told Silver, but Cinder had nothing to do with it. Red, I apologize to not follow up this again, and both of her and I were satisfied. In the screenshot says, no, I would never blame anyone besides me, yo. Redacted, red, lol. We never want to make you feel like we're making you or forcing you to work or not work on something, especially if it's something you want to do or / don't want to do. And our conversation the other day wasn't meant to convince you of only doing cine work. Again, sorry if that sounded like you were telling you. Sorry if that sounded like I was telling you to only do Cinder work. I'll message you later. No, it's okay. We sorted things. Here are my own DMs with Nana about what happened when I say it's just business. Red told me about the conversation with Nana before she messaged me, and my use of the phrase had the same meaning as his, since Nana just heard it from him. In my apology, I said, quote, me saying just business was referring to my acceptance of Nana's business decisions. Whether she choose to work with me or not, this was not in reference to any model being cancelled, but explaining to her that it's okay if she chooses not to work with me. I can understand where the next part can sound manipulative, but my intention were to reminisce about the journey we had together up to that point. Since all the time I wasn't sure if this is where Nano and I would stop working together as frequently as we had, and have to look for a new model artist. And then encourage her to work on scheduled projects. Excited about to work on projects she's excited about while I talk with Red to find a project that would work with her schedule. Nano. Hey Cinder, hope you're doing okay. I talked with Red and I believe we talked to you already and I thought I thought it would be the best if I checked here personally. Actually, I wanted to know better your thought because Red tried to talk to me and I think I misunderstood things. Cinder, I'm doing good. What's up, Nano? Nano. Oh, and mostly about this. I thought I'm canceling some models because of this, but then I realized it's not really fair to me. Uh, it's a screenshot of redacted said, not to discredit any of your work because everything you work on is top of the line, but when everyone's a Nano baby, it feels less special to. It's that you know the screenshot. You know the screenshot. Cinder, I understand what it means, but at the end of the day, it's just business. Of course, we're working with you and want to keep working with you, but if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, I know it's for a reason for you to help grow and not because you don't like me. Being one of your very first model babies was so amazing. I was so happy to find someone to help you with live 2D cutting to improve your skill, and I think that's a big part of what everyone loved that 1.0 model and then started asking you for them. I can have Red send you a list of our plans for the future and estimated due dates, so just let us know when you actually have to work, when you actually want to work on. The way I've been that way you have time to look for someone else if you don't have time for my project or don't want to do them. It feels special to only have your model art for all my outfit, but just tell me if you don't have any time for me to be an exclusive Nano art baby anymore. No, it's no personal opinion. I would never do something like this to you or anyone, but yeah, it's important for my job to reach far and I like working on different projects and people. I never said I don't want to work with you anymore. I just told Red that even though I have my other work, I'll always have a way to get you a priority spot when possible. You'll always be my special baby. Cinder, I don't think it's important for you to work on projects that you're excited about, so I'll go through my plans with Red and send you ideas to see if it's possible for your schedule. I know he can be a little pushy sometimes, but it's because he's just doing business for me to grow too. And he absolutely love your work just as much as I do. Nonetheless, it's okay, we'll update you later ASAP. Cinder, sounds good to me.
When she came to me about what they've been talking about, Nano told me she thought and chose to cancel model because of what Red said. Red only expressed his opinion to her. He didn't ask or imply for her to cancel anything on anyone. When she came to him about it, he understood and sympathized with her view. I understood what Red's reasoning was in the screenshot Nano sent, but no matter what she chose to do, it was just business. Since it has been completely ignored in my apology, deceptively misinterpreted and turned into a meme. Let me explain again what I mean by it's just business. Just business. When I used the phrase myself, if Nano had chosen to pause, delay, or cancel any plans of future work with me for any reason she would give me, whether due to her clients, burnout, any other reason, it was just business. Both Red and I have repeatedly reassured Nana over the years that we have nothing she could do or say to make us choose to stop working with her, or nothing about her work together would ever make me rethink the friendship I had with her. Our feelings did not dictate Nana's business and commission decision. We always made accommodation for her to be able to work with us when she could, and we were always willing and excited to do things with us. If she had come to us herself saying she didn't want to work with us ever again, then that was just business. Neither of our comments were trying to convince her to sabotage or cancel any project for anyone else using business to justify it. Just business was used in conversation about this situation alone. Till Nano, we accepted that she wanted to do. Right. It was used in this conversation about the situation about to tell Nano we accepted what she wanted to do. I don't remember using the phrase anywhere else again, but they've been turned into this capers of I've allegedly had all along of catchphrase I've allegedly had all along to sabotage people. If you were to present my conversation with Nano first without any of the context of Red's discussion with her happening just before this, it would look like I was directly responding to Nano's message about canceling other people's models as just business. This is how it was represented to Nano's document. You also have to ignore everything else I said in the same message to Nano and everything else from the same conversation that refers to what Red had told Nano the day before. When you have the full context of this situation in the order it happened, in my it's just business comment means something completely different than what was deceptively portrayed as to the public. Nano told Red she was going to take Silver's model back. 2 days later, she told him that Silver might have found another artist and was waiting to confirm. Nano had plenty of time to tell Silver she'd take back her model if she wanted to, but never did. Nano and Silver blamed us for her model being cancelled. Nano, well, actually, Silver might have found another artist. She's waiting for her to confirm. So for I've only sent December full, but normally normal illustration can be added. Red thumbs up. Nano, also if you guys want to schedule your stuff before I get new comps, just let me know. Nano told Red she wouldn't be taking any commission until February for a break. Red asked her when she'd be able to start my winter outfits starting screen, and she told him mid-January. Nano, Red, I won't be able to take any commission until February. I'm taking December comps to January so I can have some rest. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Red, okay, thank you, Nano. Do you know when if you want to do it, you'll be available for a winter starting art piece? Are you interested in doing the pirate bikini outfit all in the spring? And when need be, will you be able to finish the flavored art for us? No, I can have a winter art started mid-January. Would love to do pirate fit for pirate fit. The flavor, I'm only waiting for the color. Red told Nana that one of my future model sisters showed me her model Nana was working on. We were on an IRL trip in February 2024 when this new sister first told Red and I that they were working with her. We were both excited for them and expressed how wonderful it was to work with Nano. Red. Redacted showed Sinder how her model's coming. From what I heard, it looks really good. Ooh, I love them so much. Sorry. Nano response. Ooh, I love them so much. I got hyped when Redacted contacted me. Red, they're super nice. Red moving projects around to accommodate Nano. We preferred all of my model work to be done by her. Nano. Red, I have bad news. I don't think I can make the PPS for March, but I can recommend people to make them. Red, what about April? No, April's 100% doable. Red, okay, we can do that. No, in case you want them early, we got the same people who made Silvers. Red, if we do all the 2.0 operate in April, while Redacted, she should be able to do them in May, probably. I think it's okay to wait since we gotta wait until Redacted is ready anyways. No. Oh, sounds good. People are biggest... PPs are... What is these PPS? PPS are the biggest addition, so I'm pretty sure we're good. So do we gotta wait again? Red says, so do we gotta wait again on the Pirate 2, like the design? No. It's February, hopefully. After that, I'll be much less busy. Red, okay, just let me know when know when your schedule will be free ASAP. No. Sorry for the inconvenience, Red. It is what it is. We just prefer you do all the model artwork. So if we have to get someone else to do the pirate design, let me know. No. Okay, if you need the design before April. Red, I guess we don't since it'd be you and Redacted doing the model again. Messages I had with Nano showing I was happy for her about projects she was working on. Sinder. Hi Nano, I really can't thank you enough for working on my special gamer support card. I started crying when I saw the full finished arc. You always make the most beautiful things, and thank you for dealing with Dread. I'm so sorry things have been so crazy for me lately. I love you with my whole heart. Nano. Cinder, I thank you for the opportunity. Always a pleasure to work with you and your project. You're such a busy bean. Cinder. You've been working on so many projects lately too. I'm so happy for you. This art's gonna be my new PFP when it's public. Hey, it's so cute. Cinder, you've been working on so many cool projects lately too. I'm happy. Oh yeah, I already read that. I'm so happy you like it. Nano response. Cinder, I also hope you move us okay. And now you're gonna be so much work. No. We didn't move yet. Got a bit delayed. Every day is a good day. Every day is a good day to mold. Cinder responds, oh no, you can start moving soon. I know you have long been waiting for this. Sending good vibes to you always. Nonetheless, response back. Hopefully still this month. And I'm kind of happy we're delaying the move because I'm so stressing. It's so stressing, but I also want to move. Wish I could just leave all behind. Cinder response, I wish I could start fresh on all my work so I feel that one step at a time. Nano told Red she was feeling burnt out and said she would delay my next model for her when she was ready for it. We wanted Nano to be the one who made all of our major all models and outfits we had no problem with for her like we had in the past. Nano, Red, do you think you can get someone else to make Angel Cinder? Redacted. Why? What happened? No. I'm having a small burnout feeling. Red, I mean, we wouldn't get someone else to do it. We just delay it, but I don't know. We want you to be comfortable. No. I'll make it then. No. I'll make them. Red. No. We can worry about the angel later when we're able to. When we have a better time frame for it to start over the next couple of months. Are you really able to do the 2.0 update and bikini outfits? No. Oh no, I'm positive I'm fine for summer stuff since there's so much going on. The arms, I won't be difficult to make the toggles. No. By the way, I still can't thank you enough for keeping me a Sinders artist. Red asked Nano a merch artwork commission, giving her the opportunity before anyone else. Red, Nano, how busy are you with Comfort now? Nano, quite a bit. Red, okay, never mind. Red, I was for gamer support standee. Our first two artists couldn't do it, but I got another one to ask. Nano, oh, okay, what's the deadline? Red, ASAP, no deadline. No, it's kinda scared to charge for this kind of com again. It's not if it's nothing too complicated, I can try. In case you already asked the artist, I'm fine waiting for its reply. Red, I told the other artist I was waiting for I told the other artist I was waiting for the other artist in parentheses you to reply. Nano, what? Red, when I sent you this, I brought up a possible project to the other artist, but waiting for the first artist to reply. That was you, and then you replied, and now we're talking long. Anyways, Nano, he said first artist, and it's me. Blush. Red, yeah, it's you. It's always you. But first artist is busy, lol. Nano, I always get a way to have it done. Usually. Red. Yeah, okay, anyways, this is Stanley post more or less. But the tail gonna be like this, and it's gonna be double-sided. One side 2.0, other side demon. No, the tail's gonna wag? Yeah, that's just redacted. Now, Nano, I don't want you to take this one if it's gonna delay the bikini outfit. But if not, and if you think you can do it, it's gonna be done ASAP, no set deadline, but still ASAP. I always have another artist in mind, so it's okay. Ooh, Nano responds. It's okay to say no this time. And Nano responds back, I might have to say no then. Red, and I need a quote to give Guy first lol. Okay, no worries. Nano, for the sake of bikini. Red, for the sake of bikini. Huzzah, thank you, Nano. I'll be back if the other artist says no. Nano, no problem. Still happy for being asked for. Red, happy wappy Nano. You start Monday that redacted is available to start the bikini in the second half of June. Nano, give me the toggle list. Red, what? Okay, fine, wise guy. I'll do that. I'll do that today. Master toggle list. Nano, okay, stop. This sticker scares me. Red, do you think if we did a pyro pop inflatable tube, it'd be too much like Lily? Don't want any small Lola drama. Lol. Nano, I think it's a bit too close for the current drama. Red, true. That's what I was thinking. Although this wouldn't debut until August, but still, in terms of new toggles, that's the only idea we could think of. No, we could do like a gacha game. We left out the Pyrapop fully toggle from Cindy's bikini model, not to copy Lily, which had debuted earlier in the year. My own message with Nano, where I helped her with audio questions. I was always willing to help Nano or any of my friends when I was asked for advice or help. Nano, Cinder, can I ask you what you do for your mic slash audio in general? I struggle with audio so much. Cinder, of course, I have a Shirima SM7B mic and Wave XLR interface for it, and some filters to make it sound better live and get rid of background noise. No, thank you. We'll check those. Always happy to help in a response. Nano told Red that she may be looking to focus on more projects with me because she was getting fewer commission and would be taking less too. We were her most loyal and repetitious clients. Nano, I'm trying. You got it. That's redacted. I don't know why that part was in there. Nano, she's my design mom. Redacted. Daughter, lol. You the mom. No, I'm like, I'm on TV, mom. Red, oh lol. Yeah. No, I want one red soon. There's also something else we're gonna do with this, but can't tell you yet. Shush. No. Y'all just keep cooking. Also, I'm getting less calm, so I'm thinking of maybe staying more on Sinder's work. All the screenshot wasn't needed beforehand. What the fuck? We need all that. Redacted, let's fucking go. I told you like a year ago, we'll keep giving you work if you want it. Nonetheless, I know, but you were for real. I'm like, ooh. No, preparing myself to give full-time love to the 3.0. Red, no more nano comms, or you're taking on less so you can do more streaming. No, taking on less, I would never say no for a good offer. Redacted, or just let me know when you're able to take on, what you're able to take on and when. The Heaven Hound outfit and 3.0 are the only things we have scheduled, but we can give you general art stuff, nonsense for art, merch, gamer support art, model design, and outfit if you want them. No. Just let me know whenever you guys want me. You know, I always get a way to work on it. Red. Heaven Hound, next please, but now an art to go with it for starting screen only if you have time. No, yeah, when's this for again? Nano delivered a project to Red and a collab with her comes up again. Red, no thank you, you'll make the prettiest art. Thank you for continuing to work with us. Nano, I thank you and Sinder for keeping me. Red, we're gonna work on big things. Nano, links PayPal, I'm excited. Red, and when are you consider collabing? Nano, I'm getting back to streaming. Hopefully I'll be ready soon. While at Anime Expo right now, I made sure to see Nano at her first event meet and greet. Nano, thank you for stopping by. Sorry I said your name. Sinder, it's okay, don't worry. I hope you had a fun meeting with everyone. Nano, it was fun and experience for sure. One of my friends messaged me to ask about working with Nano. I've never dissuaded anyone from working with Nano or said anything bad about her. Redacted. Angel, will you be coming to Redacted? Also, I want to ask about how you're like having Nano as a mama. I was considering applying for a comp since there picked a lot of models I loved. Sinder, I sure am. And Nano's absolutely fantastic. I will work with her. She just does live 2D art, not rigging. Every model of my Manashibis were drawn by her. Red asked Nano if she knew when Boss model was going to debut, as we would plan our schedule around like we've done in the past with other people she's working with. It was the end of July, and she thought her models already finished. The last time Nano had mentioned it to him was in November, and she told him she planned on having it done in June. We saw the design at Webtoon in March when Bao showed us. Well, thank you, Nana. I'll let you know if she asks for anything else. Okay, I wanted to ask you for if you know around when Ma was planning to debut her model from you. No, she planned for Valentine's. Red, thanks. I just want to check on your schedule for the Angel model, maybe Angel starting screen art and 3.0 model. No. Do you have any idea for the 3.0 release? Red, at the earliest, April of the next year, probably May, June. Angel will be later November or December this year. No. Dates are good then. Red, do you know when you're starting the Angel art? No. Oh, art, probably right after the model's done. Redacted, no, I mean model, like the art of the model. No. Angels in this blog booked for start on October. Red, anything cool you're working on lately? Nano, Nano response with redacted flavor art and model starting this week. Red, you're doing redacted model? No, model for redacted. In this angel model was booked for October, I was excited for what I thought was a model she was making for someone else. Red, Nano, would you give me an update PNGs of this while all the fixes you've done, if no rush? No. Okay, I might not take any comments from that forum. I feel like I want to be more into VTubing. Red, no one cool applied? But yeah, I think you should do this, especially in Brazil, where there isn't a big market. Always here to help with advice. Now, I got a few cool ones, but I guess I'm gonna move on with my own brand, but I'll work with Sinder until she dumps me. Do you have any tips on popping the bubble? Nana told me she didn't want to take anyone from her a public commission form so she can do more streaming herself. Saying she wants to move on with her own brand and work with Cinder until we'll choose not to anymore. I conjured her and offered her my help. Is what Red said in parentheses. Mm, yeah, Red answered she actually wanted to talk to you about that. No, am I fired? Red, nah, I'm just kidding. No, don't play with my emotions. Red, not yet. Emoji. Red, anyone you can share? Also, what do you mean, lol? About the popping bubble thing. No. The only one I'm interested in are redacted, but I'll think a little bit better about it. No. Like what do you make a small community get people eyes? What would make a small community get people's eyes? Red. Oh, nice. Honestly, I'm surprised there wasn't big names that applied. Like, you mean what it takes for a small VTuber to get lots of eyes on them? That's kind of my specialty. I did that. No, yeah, pretty much. I got friends that are studying the Brazilian market and planning things for our future, maybe. Red. Well, the advantage you have is your brand. You have a well-known art site. You have a lot of kids to promote you. And you don't have a small following. The challenge is that I can't really speak on the Brazilian market, so I'm completely outside of the demographic. But a good VTuber debut and advertising plan should work regardless of location. No, that's for sure. Advertising is really huge. Redacted. What can I say? It's that as long as you're still drawing for Sinder, I don't mind helping you out with advice and plans and stuff. Mio messaged me asking for some guidance and he said he wants to help you out more if he can. It's so cute. Nano, cute deal. Deal about what can what I can say that as long as you're still drawing for Cinder, I don't mind helping you out. But like I said, I'll work with Cinder until she dumps me. Red, until she dumps me, you'll be working forever. Ha ha ha, SpongeBob meme. No, me and my 80-year-old doing the 40th model. Red, no, I'd probably be 150th model by then. No, I'm doomed. I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next model if I didn't feel already committed to them. My next models. If I didn't feel like already committed to them. How many models do you have in the work, Red Axe? No, got 3. There are people I'm interested in, so I don't want to cancel with them. I just gotta recover from the call and get this shit done. Red, is one of those the angel model lol? No, but don't worry, it's all well calculated. By the way, angel model will be asking on 2.0. Red, yeah, the last 2.0 outfit, and we can do 3.0, which will be harder if you're having less babies. How many new models have you done that haven't debuted yet? Nana brings up the idea of canceling models first after she wanted to do her own thing, and that she honestly would if she didn't feel committed to them. No. Oh, there's 4 models, I think. Redacted seem to debut around October. I have no idea for the other ones. Redacted asked if that's Bao. Nano said didn't start Bao yet. Red said, so 4 models haven't debuted and 3 you still need to do, not included redacted. Nano says, yeah. I swear these are my last models for a while. Red responds, okay, I'll find a new mama. Nano says, I'll kill myself in front of Sinder. I ask about Bio being one of the finished models that hasn't debuted yet because I was under the impression Bio was already done. Nano told me her model was even started, me saying to her that I will find a new mama for being busy was a joke, like early in the conversation when I joked about firing her. And Red, do you have like a time frame of when you want to start doing your own thing, or is as soon as you don't have model work, and what do you want to do on stream? No, I think it'd be best as soon as I don't have model work, so I could sorry, it's been so long. I think it would be as soon as I don't have model work, but I would take quite a time. Actually, I was thinking of doing a proper debut for model. You still chat to pretend they never saw the model before. Red, you could just not use the model for a long time and come back and pretend it's new, then after we reveal, you can be like, this is the same model. Nano, do you think Bao will kill me if I cancel her? Red, no, but he'll guilt trip you 100%, but if that's best for you, then I think you should. No, I'm very guiltable. Red, I mean, the sooner you don't have multiple work, you can work on your own debut and stream stuff, and Sydney and I can help you out. I'm telling you, so I'm not telling you to cancel a model, but it sounds like that's the best for you for what you want to do. No, wait, I'm thinking about it. Red, is about the last of the 3 you still have to do. No, yep, got the redacted 2, which is I'm considering to cancel too. The other one I can't cancel because I set it to start right now, but I think I'll keep her. Red, settle to start right now, question mark? Or you mean started the model now? No, yes. Red, was it supposed to be was it supposed to be further in the future and they wanted it sooner? Red interjects. Out of nowhere, Nano asked me, do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel her? She was already considering canceling it on her own, so that's huge different from how she felt about Bao's model last November, where she said, oh yeah, I really want to work with Bao. I told Nana I thought she should do what's best for her. The less model work meant she could do what she wanted to sooner, and would help her with streaming. From my own experience with Bao, I thought she would be whiny and pushy when things didn't go her ways. I thought she'd complain and guilt trip now. I was being honest with my friend about another friend. I never asked her to cancel Bao's model or any other model. Nana told me she was already thinking about it, plus canceling another VTable model. So this wasn't just Bao. Now could have said Nano could have said anyone's model and I still would say the same thing if that's what she thought was best for her. And her doing so agreed with how I thought was more Nano model. She told me Bao's model hasn't been started yet, and other assume all was done must been what I assume all that was done must have been the design. I was closer to Nano than I was Bao, so I was supporting Nano with what she wanted to do, of telling her to keep any project she already considered canceling. None of this context was shown in Nano or Bao's documents. Red, was it supposed to be further in the future and they wanted it sooner? No. The answer is no. Red, I see. Well, the engine molder plus art is the last big project we're doing this year. Red, also we can help you out with getting you started before we do anything 3.0. I can help you and Mio with tech and OBF stuff too. No, thank you. I'll be better mom to sue Sinder, I swear. Redacted. Nah, you're fine. The only other person I would consider a model from is Redacted, and he's swamped with everyone in the world wanting his work. You're stuck with us. You and Redacted, if you're eventually not as busy between Cinder model outfit, we'll love to just pay you for art that you can do on stream. If that's something you want to stream, lol. Nana was involved in drama with a live to do rigger. I thought it was important to bring up how Nana reacted and responded to the situation. Nana made a public call-out post about this live to do rigger she's working with in the past after seeing someone else post about them. In the tweet, it says, I fucking hate this because this should be the original chest and he modified it without my knowledge. I clearly stated that I offer free fixing for the rigger until model is done and good. The necklace temp needs some work. Oh, it was the answer. Nana admitted she never communicated with the person she publicly called out. Her tweet says there was no communication between me and the rigger, but surely this is not minor visual difference. Nana said she could stand up to client and refuse to work with them if they were having their model rigged by this person. And the tweet says, yeah, I learned to stand up and tell my clients I won't work with them if it's rigged by X. It's kind of douchey, but it feels like it's needed. Kira read stamps with Nano the day this happened. He talked to Nana about the 2 new models he showed, and he showed her support for this drama. Nano had no problems with gossiping with Red. But I'm guessing Redacted is debuting her Nano model soon. Nano, oh, did she announce something? Redacted, no, but Redacted's working on art for her outfit on stream and looks like it could be a mouse pad like she did for Redacted, so next couple months maybe, if not sooner. Nano, yeah, true, I've been waiting for so long, I thought she hated it. Red, is that one of the last few debuts you're working on? You're waiting on, lol? No, no one can hate that Nano-less original. Nano, yep, I might know someone now. Red, what? No! And then Red posts a screenshot of a tweet. I hate this. At nonetheless removed herself from the tag in direct conversation and uses emotional language to attack and rally rather than actually caring about fixing the art as provided instructor for 7 months, but the focus seems to have been shifted away from that. No. I don't even know what the fuck he wants from me at this point. Red. I wouldn't care, leave it be. He probably wants you to publicly forgive him so his image stops burning, lol. No, yeah, his small PP ego is so hurt. Red. Shouldn't be calling people out of money for a reskin rig. Red. Oh, sorry. Yes, reskin rig. No, I'm so tired of him in so many ways, but yeah, I made the message I wanted to share to people. I don't care about anything else. Red answers, hell yeah, Nano stream arc, oh my god, it was just now. Nano, if I burn out as an artist right now, guess I'll just go for stream. Red, good idea. Nano, yeah, he's stupid. Red, savage, nonetheless, says, well, I just want to apologize in case this dirty to my name and consequently Sinders. Red says it won't trust me, nonetheless answers back, thank you Red for the mental support. Red says, I got your back. And then Nano says the dude deleted his tweet, the rigger that they were piling on. Red responds, wow, must be getting backlash when someone calls you out for your BS. You don't deserve an apology no matter how much you whine about it on Twitter, lol. Nonetheless answers back, I'm kinda scared but I think I did the right thing. Redactors answer, you did. Someone with influence had to say something, like was doing this for years. So yeah, are you working on the new redacted model with redacted? No, yeah. Nano answers back, yeah. I'm done on my side, so now it's all on redacted. Red answers, the rigging looks really nice so far. I saved the clip for reference for redacted. Nano answers back, nice. Don't gonna lie, I keep thinking about Sinder 3.0 all the time. I'm so hyped. And Red interjects, some of my messages here aged really well. As stated in the rigger now deleted tweet, Nano removed herself from the direct conversation and used emotional language to attack and rally rather than to actually care about fixing the problem. Red asked Nano if she decided to cancel an Imbaja project like they had talked about before. He did not name anyone. Red, hey Nano, do you know if you'll be able to start the Heaven-bound outfit earlier or not? Also wondering if you're decided to cancel any other model project. Nonetheless said, yeah, checked with the other clients and can't delay them, didn't cancel anything yet, actually give me another moment. Red answers, Redacted needs some more things for summer model. At nonetheless said she added annotation to help PSD for you. Sinder also wanted me to ask if you have time to add new dance animation in the summer model. We asked Redacted to and was waiting to see what she says. None says we'll do what kind of dancing. Red interjects, the reason why I followed up and asked Nano if she had to cancel anything was because I could possibly affect our project schedule with her. Nano said she didn't cancel anything yet. She did not tell me she decided not to cancel anything yet. And she told me to give her a moment about it. She told me previously there was at least 2 models she was considering canceling. There were unrelated messages about my own project they were talking about between the screenshots. Nonetheless, sends message, oh thanks, Sinder can make some crazy mesh up with that. Sure, I'll do summer first right now from the other arm. Redacted answers, yeah, she did not say the edit for you, listed in the PSC. Thank you, Nano, love you. Nano says, yep, no problem. Red said, did you check on this yet? And give me another moment for canceling models. Nano said, there are replies right now, just give me another moment. By the way, meanwhile, could you give me a full list for Angel model? Red says, yeah, I can. It's not you, Nano. It's between 20 projects and IRL things right now. I'll give you a list when I talk to Sinder. Let me go do that for you. Nano said, it's okay, I know you always live in a rush. Redacted said, did you cancel models? Nano says, I did not. Red says, Nano arc delayed to 2026. Red interjects another 20 minutes later when I said, did you cancel models? Well, in all caps because of the previous message and the fact that still hadn't heard anything from her about it. She said she didn't and said arc and I said her arc of doing what she wanted to do would be delayed into the future, joking with her like I always have. Redacted said, he said the delayed thing. Nano answers back, I'm scared to cancel with Bao. Red said, you shouldn't be, she has so many connections, you'll find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? I remember her showing it to us on a WeebCon. Nana said, yeah, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. Red said, don't sell yourself short. I think she'll be fine when you're just taking the design and finding someone else. I wouldn't offer it for free, maybe half price if she starts shit low. Nana said, yeah, you're right. I'll talk to her today. We'll also close the model inquiry today, opening that was a mistake. Red answers back, yeah, just close it, say nothing about it besides thank you for applying, something like don't announce. Yeah, no one's getting picked. I changed my mind. Red interjects, Nana brought up Bao again, saying she's scared to cancel with her. She didn't say she chose not to do it. She said not to cancel. She didn't say she chose not to cancel any of her project, or that she didn't want to cancel it with Bao yet, only that she was scared to do it, which explained why she hasn't canceled anything yet. I was not the one to bring up Bao again. I didn't specify anyone who had previously talked about. I reassured Nano about it and told her I thought she could be at least somewhat paid for the design she made and work she put into it. My thought that Bao could possibly start shit over this was the same as I said before, where I thought she'd complain or guilt trip Nano over it. Nano agreed with me, then said she regretted opening her other model application in the first place. All of this lead up to this conversation was left out of Nano and Bao's documents. Like, don't wait, sorry. Nano said, true, feel like company additions. Red said, or just let the form, or just close the form and never say anything about it again. Lol, that works too. Nano said, just engagement bait. I might just close silently. Red said, yeah. Nano said, okay, I can start Sinder right now. Red said, huh? Nano said, so all of you have to rush. So I'll ask you to rush the list if possible. Red said, but the summer and dance stuff first. What did you do, though? Nano said, just ask my current model timeline and if it's safe to delay it a bit. Red answers back, okay, we'll get you a list of the servers ASAP. 48 minutes after this, Nano said she was able to start on Sinders model again, modeling this angel model right away, when earlier she said she wasn't able to and had plans to start in October. This was all Red told me in our DMs right after she talked to Nano. Red said, Nano able to start the angel model right after the summer fixes changes. Later that night, Red told me Nana was going to cancel Bao's model because she wanted to stream more and focus on her own VTuber career. He said he would help her out and that Nana was able to start on my Heaven Hound model early now. I felt bad for her because I saw how excited she was about the designing she showed us in person. I was under the impression that it was what Nana wanted. She was my friend too, and I wasn't going to pressure her to do something she didn't want to do. I didn't see Red's message and only knew what he told me. If I really wanted Nano to cancel Boss Model for some malicious reason, I knew I could make her do it. I could make her do it through some kind of manipulation. I would have waited 8 months after I first found out about it in November of 2023 and told Nano she shouldn't. Why did I wait 4 months after webcon in March 2024 and Bao showed it to us? Why when I thought Bao's model was already finished in June, like I was told like what? Why when I thought Bao's model was already finished in June, like she told me it was planned for? Or would have gone out of my way to make Nano cancel it now? Not true, close to. Although I was close with Nano, but I was still friends, I didn't have any problem with her back then. My opinion of how she could respond of Nano canceling on her doesn't change. Nana's worked with multiple friends of ours in the past, and what's the problem, including Bayon in this situation. I was supporting what Nana expressed to me she wanted to do, and as a friend, I reassured her it would be okay. This wasn't for Nana to have more time for us instead of anything she had planned. The only project we had upcoming when Nana at the time was in an angel model and starting screen art, where content would being started in October, like Nana told me before. It was only after all of this that Nana told me she could start it earlier, which affected our project timeline. That's why I asked her if she decided to cancel anything, but I didn't ask her to move our project up. And Red messaged Nano, asked how our conversation with Bai went. Red says, hey Nano, checking on the ARM stuff. Also, I told Sinder just take PNG to match the redacted sheet with each model, and if you want expressive expressions or toggles or poses or something, and just let them know. How did talking to Bao go? Nana said, I'm finishing air arms right now. I'll talk to Bao right now too. She replied to my iPost. I got a bit, I'll wait a bit. I don't know if she'll hate me forever for this. Also, thank you for the earlier comment, Eden. Red, she won't hate you forever, just for the next few days. But if she still has to decide, I think it's a big deal. Nana said she was. Red interjects. Nana said she was scared to talk to Bao, so being her friend asked her how it went, if the Bao's design was done and the model wasn't even started, like Nana told me it wasn't. Then I didn't think it was a problem if Bao could just take the design to another model artist hypothetically. I thought there still would have been some time to hit her planned Valentine's debut window Nana told me about. And Red says, I'm here for promotional support. Nana says, thank you, it hurts my soul. Red says the whole situation was wrong for both of us. Nana shouldn't have asked me about what she wanted to do with the other commissions, and I shouldn't have weighed in on what I thought. I'm so sorry for Bob for my action and that this happened at all. It was after this when Bob messaged our group chat with our friends saying that Nana dropped her as a client. I feel guilty knowing about this before Bob had told us. I don't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I was the one who was known to always work with Nano, but it was her decision. I didn't want to get involved. I should have been a better friend to Bao and at least try doing something for her, but I didn't. And then it's a screenshot of Bao saying, Smudge not know how to drop me as a client because her work schedule is too hectic. After I posted my apology, Bao tweeted this talking about her model being cancelled last August, asking how I didn't know about it. It was a standalone tweet, not a reply to my apology, and not quoting it either. And in the screenshot, it says, how can you do this to me? I showed you both my base model sketch from Now's webcam. We talked on stage and performed together. We were in the group chat where I shared my sadness over now suddenly canceling my model. We were so close to beginning Life D and rigging and to now fun not just the day before I shared my sadness. This was the conversation of what happened that ruined month of debut planning, merch preparation. If you had to apologize to me, please do it properly and stop hiding behind red. I was aware that in this instance, my Bao's mother was cancelled, and before she said anything, I haven't claimed otherwise anywhere. I didn't say anything about it in my apology. I was not aware of Reddit giving Bao's name to Nana in an exclusive negotiation in January 2025. This is what I said in her previous document. Regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiation of the eventual agreement. I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton being included in this list. If I'd known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. After Bao posted a message to one friend that I could get a message to her, she had already offered me and I had no way to contact her. Red and I had falling out the night the document dropped and we didn't live together anymore, so I had no way to access his DMs myself to go back and see everything he was saying and doing to make sure it was right. All I had to go off was that Red told me in August about this, what was put in Nano and Bao's document, and now Bao's tweet after my apology. I don't know if she ever got this message, and she never reached out to talk. I told this friend that I didn't know the model was cancelled because of Red's conversation with Nano, and that I didn't know it was cancelled at all. And to her comment thread, she said, I saw Bao's tweet. I have no way of contacting her, so if you could please have her reach out to talk, I would mean a lot. I didn't know her model was cancelled due to Red's conversation with Nano. I know it's hard to believe I wasn't informed on every occasion he was having, but we had a lot of control over comms without constant approval because I trusted him. We don't live together for me to make sure everything he was doing was right. I'm so sorry to you and all the girlies. Redacted ask, let me ask if she's alright for me to pass a message forward, and if so, I'll copy this directly. Is that alright? It's the same frame I messaged before about Red and I. Red said, Sinder said, I'm so sorry, Redacted, I'm trying to collect myself. Red and I aren't speaking right now. I'm upset with everything. In BuzzFeed, she said before her model was cancelled in August of 2024, they were close to beginning Live 2D and rigging. And in announced documents, it said that Red asked me to cancel on one of their close friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress. followed by saying Red contacted me specifically to check on me, asking on me canceling the model I had planned with Bao, neither of which were actually shown or true. And she screenshots Red asked me to cancel on one of their close friends' Bao by asking me to cancel my work and progress, manipulating me to think it's okay since she has many connections and she'll be fine. Anyway, so I wouldn't feel guilty about it or worry too much. It was and it's upsetting to me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I was planned with Bao. A little over a week before Bao's model was cancelled, Nano told Red that Bao's model hadn't even been started. As you've seen, Red never asked Nano to cancel Bao's model. How could it have been cancelling mid-progress and close to being rigged if it hasn't started? And if it was so close to rigging, why would Nano have even been considering cancelling it instead of just finishing it? I think Bao would have said if her model was cancelled mid-progress in her message to me and her friends if it was, instead of just that she was dropped as a client. In Bao's document, she said there was suddenly back and forth of whether or not Nano had the physical and mental capacity to continue her model. And she quotes that screenshot, going to the going going to be the live 2D illustrator after she finished both of the design and base model sketch. It was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad I not only teased a screenshot of the model, which lines up with what Nano said to read and how Nano repeatedly overbooked herself but was never shown anywhere else. And it's quotes from Nano saying, okay, I might not take any more comments from the phone. I feel like I want to be into more VTubing. I'm doomed. I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next model if I didn't feel already so committed to them. Do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's all Nano quotes. Bao saying there was a back and forth also could imply that Nano already approached her, saying she may not continue her model before August 5th, when Red messaged Nano. Also, Red didn't contact Nano to specifically check on Nano canceling Bao's model, like he was claiming. He messaged her to see if she decided to cancel any other projects she was expressing interest in canceling the Nano previous mentioned. Another conversation between Red and Nano to show how Nano was treated trying to plan my collab with her, and Red complimenting art Nano did for someone else. Nano, are you planning on doing a collab with Sinder on your birthday? Nano responds, I don't know, that's Mio's idea. Red says, I know I've been talking to him about it, I want to make sure you know, lol. I'm there, anything you want to do, and would love, and would you be streaming or just be on Cinder stream? We can plan a different day too. Nano says, make it a different day, please. Red says, okay, what day? Nano says, I don't know. Red says, you just don't want to do it. Nano says, I get mad anxiety. Red says, it's okay, I just want to just cancel it. You can hang out in your bikinis in your bikini. Oh my god, I forgot to ask how Redactor art is coming. She showed us the VIP when she saw her a few days ago. Nano said, yeah, I finished the art last week. And then the pog, and then blurred the art. Red said, good lord, the cooking. Nano said, thank you. When is Nano available for some nonsense for work side project? Red asked. Nano said, if it's just illustration, I can always try to add on my schedule. Red said, but okay, but after the angel, unless you wanna make tan lines in their art right now. Everyone likes the tan lines, I wouldn't even ask you for that. Nano said, hope you guys didn't mind an unsolicited addition, by the way. I thought tan lines are great. Red said, no, we don't mind, lol, it came out super good and everyone likes it. You can always give more suggestions, things we don't mention in the future. Nano says, of course, but did you guys decide something about the flames on the angel? After a year of Red and I encouraging Nano to come on my stream, we finally had her first collab together. It was on her birthday by Mio's suggestion. And link to the video. Nano said, Sinder said, thank you, Nana, so much fun yapping, have a good night. Nano said, thank you, it was so much fun. I hope I have sore throat already. Me and you both, girl. Me and you both. And Cinder says, oh no, gotta get a lot of rest. Mio says, Red, good morning. We were watching some of the VOD from earlier. She said she wanted to collab with Nano. Red said, yeah, whenever Nano's ready to. Mio said, I was always thinking of making a surprise for Nano if that would be okay with Cinder. Redactor said she wouldn't be opposed, but in that past she hasn't wanted to because she didn't feel comfortable doing that yet, so I don't know if it's surprise the best way to go. Just let me know if she decides and we can get something set up. You're always able to message me
He's always able to message me or her too. Mia said, no problem, we're just getting ready for the event. Red said, what event? Mia said, oh, the anime friend thing we're going. Red said, oh yeah, you hope that goes well. Mia said, okay, what about Nano's birthday? Red said, we could do her birthday. Mia said, she's okay with that too. Red said, do you want to do on her birthday, to the 28th, right? And I said, yep, on the 28th. My DMs with Nano after she was on my stream, celebrating on one of her model reviews, and our messages are on my birthday. Nano, I'm alive after sleeping for 9 hours. I want to thank you again. Thank you. Talking to you really is easy for some reason. Sinder said, that makes me happy. Anytime you want to play games, so yep, I'll always be there for you. Wanted to show this finally another baby. I think it's like an art thing. Nano says, oh, finally, I thought she hated it and just discarded it. Thank you for letting me know. Sinder said, I don't think anyone could ever dislike your work. Nano said, Sinder, happy birthday, my love. Thank you, Nano, says Sinder, I love you. Nano said, sorry I couldn't make anything special for you. Sinder said, no, don't be. I was able to hang out with you earlier and that felt like the best gift ever. Nano told Red she was up to take on more of her work, followed by another instant that shows how Nano was treated. Red, okay, so with the cafe idea, we're open to it, but we need more details and dates to discuss. My concern is that if based around a brand, then there's a standard we need to make. Then there's a standard we need the whole thing held to, and responsibility to uphold that for whoever is running this. Plus, it would be a lot of people's first VTuber impression in Brazil. You gotta represent the brand right away. There's not much I can quality control from all the way over here. Also, how would you feel about doing more gamer shop labels and maybe a daiki? None said I would definitely keep an eye for the quality. You know, I'm always up to. I'll tell them you're interested and check for more. I don't mind. I'll tell them you're interested and check for more info. I'll let you know anything I can get. Redactor said, are you involved with the maid cafe thing or did you just hear about it? And I just don't want this to get out of the way of the angel model and angel art. I think only the daiki though. Nana said I'm not really involved, but I do be getting contacts and would definitely be someone like a rep or just a quality ensuring stuff. I would never want big names like Sinder have something cheap. Red said, or big names like Nanolens. Oh, how's your new mic? Nana said, oh. Red said, fancy stuff. Nana says, I think it's better, yes. Red says, Mayo asked me what Cinder uses. You have a Cinder VTuber official mic setup. Nana says, we don't have a room in isolation or anything, much like the opposite, but works really well. Red said, I love Elgato products. If you don't have a stream deck, get one. And she says, I do. Red says, good. Okay, good. And Nana says, thank you so much for the help. Red says, you're on Team Cinder, which means I'm on Team Nano. That's why I represent your shirt at every con. And I said, I'm gonna cry about it. It's so cute. Red said it goes well with my GamerStop shorts. And I said, yeah, but GamerStop, do we need the art soon? Oh yeah, I would like to make Maid Cinder art for the cafe thing if it goes forward. Red says, yeah, just keep me updated on the maid stuff. We'll see if it ends up going anywhere. GamerShop isn't super soon. We have time. It's not urgent. We're doing Redacted and AFK. And Cinder and I wanted to ask you first before we gave anyone else the opportunity. Now said Cinder, Redacted, I love you so much. We said also to have a consistent art style on the label we have for them. About 2 months after canceling Bow's model, Nano asked Red about us paying for her to cancel her project. She brought up the possibility of some kind of exclusivity deal to Red for the first time, saying she just wanted to do Cinder stuff. This is what I said about Nano accepting my project in my apology, where she quotes, every time I've been told that Nano had agreed to work on a new commission with me, I'd been willingly and with excitement from my point of view. It was that she genuinely wanted to be working on these things. I wanted to work with Nano as much as possible, as much as I possibly could, making her art the face of my brand. It was followed by her cancelling a long list of model projects herself and a bunch of different This was followed up her cancelling a long list of models projects herself for a bunch of different VTubers after filling up her waitlist with more projects than she could presumably take on again. Of her own volition, Nano cancelled a large portion of her model commission last September. This entire conversation was left out of Nano's document, and all of the blame for this model cancellation was put on me and Red. We were one of the 6 VTubers who had a project with Nano cancelled around the time.
This was what happened. Once again, I had no involvement in this conversation. I was only told about what happened afterwards. Red said, Nano, are you free tomorrow, Monday? On Monday. Nano said, sure. Red says, okay. Nano says, as for GS Gamer Sub label, redacted, teach full commercials. Red says yes. Nano says, hypothetically, if I accepted to be paid, if I accepted to be paid to cancel every comm that's not Sinder related, would you pay it? Red says, I don't understand. Nana said, I'm freaking out with my comms. I think I just want to do Sinner stuff. I'm dying inside. I wasn't doing my own shit too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask such a weird question. Red says, no, it's okay. I just don't know what you meant, lol. You mean you cancel your current commission that aren't Sinders and then we pay you for, like, we'll pay you for the work you do for us, and if you wanna do more to replace your other comms, we can do that. Nana says exclusivity. Red says, I mean, depends how you're thinking about it. Nana says, I don't know, I'm just thinking loud. Red says, we've never paid someone an exclusivity fee before. And Red said, like, how long does it last? It's multiple times. But if you want to just do stuff with us, we can just keep giving you new project we'll pay for. An exclusivity fee to me sounds like just pondering a bunch of work from you, then you don't work with anyone else. And Red interjects in the comment, Nana told me she's freaking out with the commission before she accepted too many and just wanted to do Sinder stuff plus her own thing. Exactly like she's been telling me for months. What happened with Bao's model was a precursor to this. She's the first one to suggest the possibility of exclusivity to me, showing she had interest in making an exclusivity deal with Sinder as far back as September 2024. Okay, Nano answers, yeah, I might just stick with a few clients. Red says, if you're worried about a lack of work from canceling things, we'll just give you more to do. Nano said, new comps are exciting, but I'm so tired. Maybe that's my fear. Worried about the cancellation thing. Red said, if you want to think over more what you're looking for, we can talk about it. But by this, did you mean for us to pay you to cancel other projects? Bringing up the cancellation thing again. Nano said, yeah, just a silly thought. Red said, I mean, how many projects are there? If you were to cancel this project, we'll probably just pay you for the other things to do instead, but not like just pay you to cancel them. Lol, unless it was silver. Red said, I was open to the idea of exclusivity, but the details needs to be figured out. If Nana chose to keep working with us, we'd always have something for her to do. Asked Nana to clarify, and yes, she suggested we pay for her to cancel on 6 other VTubers. I wasn't going to pay Nana just to cancel other projects, except Silver, who I said as a joke. But if she chose to cancel with them, help her replace the income with her own stuff. I choose to leave the list of names uncensored, as these people know exactly how and why their models were cancelled, since it was falsely blamed on me and Red. Nana said, fair, honestly, I think I'll just freak out and cancel all my shit. Red said, how many do you have besides our stuff? Nana said, Sinders, who mostly uses my work, then OBKT, Mousy, Giga, Mousy again, Zen, Fufu, Megalodon. Some big names. Red said, how much do you want us to pay to cancel everything, lol? Nana said, besides redacted, they are all fairly enough far to don't screw with any of my plans. So I'm pretty sure it's okay to cancel all of them. I can cancel redacted, but I think she's gonna get pretty upset. Nana wants us to pay for her to cancel the 7 commission for other people. If we were to pay her the price of them just to cancel them, it would have been 40 to 50k. Red said, to be honest, I think if you were just to be focusing on Sinder and your own content, such as drawing art again for Twitter, Patreon would be good. And then Nana said, that's her dream. Red answers, I just don't know if you'd be making the same money doing all these model comps. Nana said, I miss doing illustration. I always cry on redacted for extra cash, I guess. Red said, like, we'll give you all the work we can. And Nana said, oh no, I don't mean to monopolize Sinder, lol. There's so many good artists too. Red said, no, that's not what I meant, but we'll still try to give you all the work we can plan/afford. Like, yes, we'll still work with other artists on things. This is hard to explain, lol. For instance, we won't just do models and starting screen work. We can do more art or other things, merch art, gamer support work, obviously. And Nana said, don't worry, I get it. Red said, focusing on Cinder on her own content was done on streams. I told her we'd give her everything we could, but warned her I don't know if she'd be making the same amount of money as she would from these model commissions. And Nano said, don't worry about it. Red said, okay, good. Nano said, oh yeah, I'll keep the Gamersoft stuff too. Red said, you could make Sinder Dojin. Nano said, I forgot that was a thing. Red said, so let's see. Is redacted the only one on the list you started already? Nano said, yes, they're just redacted, but you still the sketch. I didn't even decide it yet. But she's been calling me mom publicly already. Red said, so what do you want? What do you want to work on? Nano said, I'm casually shit. I need my freedom. Red interjects in between. I asked Nano what she wanted to work with, and then she decided to cancel everything herself. Nano continues, but I put myself at first. People say, Red, should I cancel redacted? Say yes or no, and I'll do it. I just need a voice. Red said, Nano says, won't blame you for anything. Red said, yeah, but I'll have to live with that. Nano said, fuck, okay, I will. Red said, wait, no, that's not what I meant. Nano said, that's my own response, not yours. I'm a free woman. Red says, in a perfect world, you would be working on Nano. Hashtag side note, collab tomorrow, waiting to hear from you, but everyone else is down. Nano says, okay, I'm free, I cancelled so many things. Red said, what did you cancel? I was gonna say you should at least keep redacted because that's good advertising for you, the rest could do. Nano said, no, I'm so done for now. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Redacted said, did you cancel this whole list? And then he interjects again, Nano canceled everything because she accepted too much, saying she was thinking about doing this for a long time, like she told me 2 months earlier leading up to canceling with Bio. Nano said, I'm so doomed, I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next model if I didn't feel already so committed to them. Do you think Bao would kill me? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, oh yeah, old quotes. And Red said, you cancel this whole list. Nano said, yep, no regrets, honestly. Red said, okay, well, are you gonna cancel our plans now? Nano said, bye-bye. And then Red said, say, okay, bye. And then Nano screenshots her list being really empty. It says, I feel so light. And then Red said, is this still okay? And then he inserts, Dana was more than able to make her own business decision and cancel projects herself, just like in November 2023, all without me allegedly manipulating her. In her own TOS, Dana states that she can cancel anything she's already agreed to or start at any time for any reason. She still lied that these cancellations were all because of us. A month after my own collab with Dana, I plan a collab with her, my model rigger, and 2 of my model sisters. My model sisters were my friends and not just the ones shown here. They claimed that I sabotaged them or had anything against them or any of my other friends due to working with Nano or having her having her art is blatantly untrue. In my apology, I said Nana has amazing skill where she'd be able to draw each of her VTuber children uniquely, so I was never upset seeing new model siblings. In many cases, I was there sharing them on their debuts and looking to collab with them as sisters when I could. Here's another 2 collabs I planned with my own 2 model sisters above. The fact that we both had Nano models were celebrated between us. Here, my conversation with each of them about their new models with Nano. I left this conversation uncensored. Hi, Buff, Sinder says, Nano's model is looking so good, I can't wait to see it rigged. Buff says, I'm so excited, she said she was working on yours earlier, so siblings. Sinder said, hell yeah, she made the art for my current model too, she's so nice to work with, I'm so happy to see more work for her. Buff said, oh cute, I'm excited to see more for her, she's been a pleasure. Sinder says, do you have a date planned for the debut? Buff Pop said, oh no, not yet, I'm thinking late July, August, but depending on when things get done. Sinder says, same, I'm aiming for mine to be mid-late July, but I'm going to do a lot of traveling before that, so I'm rushing to get things ready. You got this, Buff Pop says, I'll let you know when the day is coming so we aren't on top of each other when I know, but honestly, I'm looking more August for me. Cinder responds, likewise, I've heard of a lot of potential July debut, so maybe August is a good choice. I'd also love to plan something fun after we're done being busy with the debut stuff and we have done with our models together. Bob says, oh my god, yeah, that would be so cute. Cinder says, yeah, Nano sister, can't wait to see anything your model can do at your debut. Buff Pop says, okay, thank you, I can't wait to see yours too. Do you stream yours or She said, it's top secret, but here's a teaser. And then with Yoklesh, bless you, girl. Yoklesh says, thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate it so much. Maybe there's some good ideas you really fucking me feel in my brains right now. I'm gonna see what I can do, and hopefully I can do cutesy artsy shorts maybe with my re-debut. I'll be lucky to have someone reaching out to me too. The marketing clips are such a good idea. Why did I never think of that? You literally giving me creative counsel for free right now. I'll PayPal you later. Although I can PayPal you in spoilers instead, maybe. I will be your sisters. And Cinder said, Nano baby, even more hype. We gotta look out for each other. This job is top, man. I'm just happy to help if I can. If you ever want to just chill out, we can vibe together. I was being down, baby. I love sharing my knowledge. And Yoko shares her art, which is beautiful. Nana says, holy shit. Cinder says, holy shit, I love her. This is so gorgeous. I'm so hyped. Yoko says, thank you, baby girl. You're so damn sweet. I'm almost done to chill too, and I'm here to help you as well with anything. It's gonna be so different from what I look like right now. I hope people will like it. I've been playing around with it and rigging it so good, and Redacted is just a goddess, really. I'm so happy that she accepted me in the first place. Model has been in work since September last year. I hope I can debut it on my birthday in April. Tina said, wait, were you like full sister? I love it. Girl, everything's gonna be so for real. I'm barking around already. That's so soon. Yokle says, yes, 1000%. Full blood sister. Ha, thank you. I'm so happy. Honestly, it's gonna be my very first few model since my debut back in 2021. Tina says, I know how long and hard you've been working on this. I'm so happy it's finally coming together. What day is your birthday? So I clear the day in my calendar in case it's a big debut day. Yokle says, thank you, my love. I've been working hard. Gonna have something instead of floor video. I'm doing. This is just. You heard them complimenting each other, shaking their hand. It's too long. Too long. Can't read. My voice is gonna break. And here are 2 streams where I support my model sister Pop game development endeavors by playing her games on my stream, telling my fans to support her too because she was my friend. And read message Nano to support her about her stream that day and about our project. Red says, little Tommy is so good, so glad to have you doing art. We're almost 1,000 viewers, now you just have to use your mic. Team Sinders, Team Nano. If you want to draw, use your art of Sinder on Steam and use it for Patreon, you can, and we'll definitely help you advertise. Nano said, got rated by Redacted and others too. Redacted said, still you're keeping people up there. Doesn't matter if you got rated, what matters is how many people stay, and you're just putting a light deadline on the angel model plus all targets, etc. Mills the left apart and the Dino Puppy logo on October 14th. Nano said, I'm not sure how raid numbers works. Okay, I'll have them done by then. As for the model, I'm pretty sure you just need arm toggles and done. And you just need arm toggles to be done. Red says, don't forget the mask too. And if you have those done sooner, then great. Maybe you can fit a Cinder Halloween thing you can stream just for fun art, not for gamer support or debut. None said I would need to finish the calm first though. Red says, yeah, right. That's what I said. Like, if the calm stuff is done. None says my brain is limited. Red said angle art, redacted art could be wait until November, like start in November. Okay, Nano says, we love Nano art. I love you guys. Says Nano, me when Nano art is red. Nana says, I really feel involved with you guys. Also with Gamershop, this redacted scares me. Red says, we'll get you used to it. Red worked with Nana to make sure our project were space to accommodate her. Nana said, hey Red, I'm redacted. I wanted to focus on my well-being, so I just want to let you know in case I don't handle things. Red says, thank you for the heads up, Nano. Do you think you'll be able to do the projects we have? Nana said, I might be fine if you got one per month, 2 at max. Red said, okay, this month we can do the angel art and next month the label art and 3.0 whenever you're ready, if that works for you. Invoice is sent. Nano says, thank you. One of my new model sister organized a Nano model sister collab with me and another one of our model sisters. I'm so happy to agree to it and also streamed it myself. Red sent Nano a picture of us together. It was the one we found about in February and on our IRL trip. And she links it as well. Another example of Nano was treated by Red. Red, I don't think I can do this. Do that here. Red says, what happened? We're doing preps for a movie next week, says Nano. Then Christmas preps. Red says, well, that sounds good. Congrats. Nano says, thank you. I'll send you a pic when we get there. Will be a huge part of it anyways. Red says, do you think you'd have time to sketch the short hair so we can figure out
decide for it. Red says, oh, another thing, Nano, when do you think you'd start and finish redacted after you move? Nano says, oh, I'll say on 16th. I can start early if you get the time for it. Nano says, Sinder 3.0 will be NDA. Red says, yeah, I'll take a lot of projects on list R. Nano says, okay. Red says, sorry. Sorry, Nano, you won. You're a superstar. Nano says, I actually won. I can't. Red says, if you don't win, I was gonna riot. Nano said, I mean, all the nominees were huge. Red said, who are these secret models? Nano says, we've been doing them for a long time. After Nana won the VTuber Award, she posted an image of her current and upcoming models. She told me about who these 3 models were, one of them being with one of the people Cinder praised Nano too. Here I have a message from Nana after she won the VTuber Parent Award. Nana, holy shit, congrats, you won VTuber Parent of the Year. I'm so proud of you. Best mama ever. Nana says, Cinder, I'm thank you. I'm so proud, mama. Thanks so much, Cinder. I want to be, if it was one of my incredible babies, I would never win. Cinder says, I always watch for you, hand to the moon. Another conversation between Red and Nana, as you can see, over the course of their message, Nana worked with many other people besides us. There was never a problem. Red often praised her work regardless of who she was working with. I don't find that it's important, so I'm just gonna skip. My message wishing Nana luck was about this. It was about so Morika Loipi was looking for a new model mama. Red said, adopt your message anyone yet? I'm saying good luck on her picking you. Nana says, okay, thank you. Red says, Nana, besides neon for work models, how do you feel about drawing hentai? I guess just neon for work art. Nana says, I'm pretty normal about it. As Nana Redacted says, Redacted says, as if you're okay with it, lol. Or like, would you want us to give you that kind of com ever again? Yeah, I want us to draw. Redacted said, gotta use our Nano time wisely. Nana says, ooh. Redacted said, model are priority though. Nana says, I'm fine with any of them. I trust you guys using me. Red says, Ogie, we can start on the next outfit once the redacted is done and after 3.0. The next event in the timeline with Nana was when she and Red made the exclusivity deal, but before we go over that, I want to address what we thought to ask her about the exclusivity in the first place. There was another person we were consistently working with, and that was Artist 1. They wanted to discuss a permanent paid position with us and suggested some kind of exclusivity for the work they did. Just like Nano red-handed any business-related discussion with them, this is more than what happened with Artist 1 in Bow and Silverware's section of the document. Artist 1 messaged Red to pitch him their idea. Redacted. Also, when you get some time, got some business to talk about, Red answers what's up. Artist asks, his answer is, okay, so given the past month of pretty much only working with cine stuff, the upcoming planned project of all kinds you had in mind, and their working forecast in general, it just got me thinking that I wanted to pitch an idea your way for you to think about. It's not small, but I figured it float the idea your way to see what you think about it. What do you think about changing the way we do things from commission-based to something in line with permanent salaried position? Then some of the concerns that were brought up before we're surrounding availability and being able to clone myself Lamau. I was thinking that this way I'd be able to guarantee 40 hours a week dedicated entirely to Sinder, as well as flexible schedule and availability to match the need of the team. The full range of my skill set would also be at the disposal of the team, so in addition to core disciplines like animation, rigging, visual effects, and that kind of stuff, also output stuff like project management, graphic design, merge prone, photos, ET, web dev, and basically whatever else I could do or need. And since all of the work done as a result would actually be in-house, there'd be no commercial rights or else tied to it. Obviously, no need to answer straight away. This is by any means insignificant, so take the time needed to think about it. Red said it's not an unreasonable ask. What could you be asking for a month's pay? Like with our editor, we pay him month to month at a fixed amount. Artist response, well, given the video wide range of skills, background, extensive work experience, I think something particular at the range of redacted a month. I'm also open to the negotiation. Red says I'll talk to Cinder about it. Artist 1 message Red the next morning about our video editor and said they'd be willing to offer some kind of exclusivity due to competitiveness in the field. In a brief conversation Red and I had about it, we agreed that we were going to pay them considerably for their work. Like my video editor would want to work out some kind of exclusivity deal with them. Artist message, I was wondering, the editor you have on payroll, do you have some sort of non-compete/exclusivity agreement with them? For example, assuming
redacted that he can only edit for you and buy or something. Red said it is redacted, and with him, it's kind of just spoken agreement thing. We offer him to be exclusive, but he didn't take us up on it. But yeah, he's just us and bow. Artist answer. Okay, I was asking because I had some time to think about our convo yesterday, reflecting on competitiveness on the field and seeing at the top, brought out by the redacted bit, and thought that maybe in the event we do work something out, I'll be willing to offer some sort of VTuber non-complete exclusivity policy on some type of work I do. So, for example, things that are pretty unique for Sinder, such as model visual effects work or the redacted only do exclusively for Sinder. Red said that's something Sinder and I was thinking about too. We didn't really get to talk about it much yet, though. The next time Red and I talked about it, he said he should ask Nano for some kind of exclusivity too. Nano had suggested exclusivity to him in September, and talking to the artist number one gave him the idea to ask her about it again. In my apology, I said we had come to the conclusion that it'd be in my best interest to talk with Nano about making more time for my projects, but negotiating with her to cut out other work. It was wrong for us to push over to her, and I was wrong for the other creators who wanted a chance to work with her. What I should have said was negotiating with her to take on less work. We never thinking about asking her to cut out or cancel anything she already planned. Fred and I had already agreed we should ask Nana to not accept any more brand new model clients and to not make models or outfits for Silver anymore. Nana would have more time to work on my project, and Silver wouldn't be able to get another model from Nano. And I wouldn't be compared to her if she chose to get a new one from someone else. Her artwork commission and project with her current model client wouldn't be touched. This is what I said about Silver in my apology in regards to the exclusivity deal. So at this point, I was working with Nana consistently. We brought up not making any more models to her. If a Vutimo model is how everyone recognizes you, then it'd be hard to compare us. To compare us directly if we no longer look alike or have shared similarity. It was wrong and selfish decision, but that made me feel better, and that's why it was a constant topic with Nano. Red pushed for this harder than I ever did because he knew how it affected me for years, but no matter what the outcome was, I wasn't going to walk away from Nano. I don't know why I said it was constant topic with Nano or the Red pushed harder for this other than being overly apologetic. Red only had one meaningful conversation about Silver with Nano in May and July of 2023, and two situations that evolved in November of 2023 and January of 2025. There's only one specific creator we established for naming and pressing Nano into reconsidering project with, not an entire list. I was overly apologetic here and saying we were pressuring her was fault. Red and I agreed to ask Nano about Silver when talking about the exclusivity, which he did. The only project Nano would have reconsidered would have been the future ones. Paris was the only name Red and I discussed. As for the exclusivity with artist number one, Red and I only agreed that we wanted to have it for their work. We don't talk about naming anyone to them. This is when Nano and Red made the exclusivity deal. I didn't know Red was planning to talk to her about it that day, or even knew he had until after that already come to an agreement without my involvement. Red brought this up to Nano in their private DMs and not in our project server chat where all the three of us were. The quote from my apology above referred to this deal they made. In Nano and Boss document, this conversation was presented out of order and purposely left out information. This was the second of 4 total times with 3 different artists I've ever specifically asked anyone not to work with someone else, which all are presented in this document. In the instance, it was negotiated in an exclusivity deal. I'm actually running out of battery for my phone. Hold 1 second. Wild. This is so long. Okay. Oh my lord. Nana would be open to some kind of model exclusivity deal, or are you planning on taking on more new kids? Red asked. Nana said, I don't mind taking it, just not sure how make it a fair deal. Red said, I have some ideas, but what do you think we need to make it work for you? Nana said, yeah, I have no idea, I've been on this situation. Red answers, I mean, like, if we want to have some kind of model exclusivity, that would be needed to make it sustainable for you. Nana said, maybe you can make one of your ideas and I can check what I think. Nonetheless, okay, so I got some ideas for this, I guess. Redacted said I was driving, what are you thinking? Nana answered, okay, so maybe help from my side. They don't know it's you, don't worry.
The monthly fee, calculating my monthly earnings, also how long would it take, also how long would this be, and if discount for models are already worked on. Well, I think the main thing we're looking for are you not take any on brand new models, client, and not make any new model outfit with silver rail. Again, you'll be able to work on model outfit with all your other existing babies. What I told Nana was what I told Nana we were looking for was exactly what Sinder and I agreed to. Not taking on any more brand new model clients and not making any more models or outfit for silver rail. Existing models, clients, and artwork commission wouldn't be affected. It was so Nana would have more time to focus for our project. It was the only time since November 2023 that I've ever mentioned anything about the value of Nano's model. The more models, the more there were. I wanted to preserve the value of existing Nano models like Sinder, and the more models Nano accepted, the more recurring clients she'd have, meaning she'd have less time for any project we may ask for her. We must ask her to for. Models were the most time-consuming thing she did. We never considered including and cutting off any of Nano's existing models. Clients, since many of them were our friends. Besides Silver, Cinder have also been supporting of anyone debuting Nano model made by Nano. Like I said, one of our concerns is that more Nano babies mean Nano models don't have the same value anymore, and second is that there are a few people that we would rather not be able to have models from you. Maybe not any new babies at all. The reason I brought this up a lot is there's been a lot of bias with another one of the partners with certain creators, and we'd rather these creators not have what makes Cinder unique, which is your artwork. Just drama. Nana said, May I know who these people are? Red said, Silver, Bow, and Cotton. Nana said, Oh yeah, I have Bow on my list. Red said, Well, then I brought up this conversation too late. It's okay, Nano. You don't need to make any changes. Nana said, Are you sure? I'm really down on working with anyone who Cinder don't want to. I'm not really down on working with anyone who Cinder don't want to. Red said, Yeah, but I wouldn't hit. Yeah, but wouldn't this be the second time you're canceling on her? Plus, none of this can leave our chat. I choose to include Buz's name to get even further with her. I'll try to get even with her for what I thought she did, which she explained in her section. And I threw Cotton's name in there for hurting a friend because I knew she was on Nana's waitlist in the past. None of them were ever discussed with Cinder, and Cinder strongly disagreed with what I thought about Bao. I was going to make a deal with Now. Then I wanted to try to include Bao at the very least, including the names here was entirely on me. I didn't want them to be able to get a model from Nano, but I wasn't looking to have her cancel anything on anyone. I knew Nano didn't have anything lined up with Silver. The last time I heard she had gotten down for a model was when she canceled in 2023 and was under the impression that Bao moved on to another artist after Nano cancelled her the first time in August, since that was the last time Nano mentioned it. I had no idea Nano even had Bao on her to-do list again, so I said it was fine to leave things as they were. When Nano revealed it to me, I did feel bad about the idea of Nano canceling on Bai a second time, even if if it didn't want her working with Nano. And I would have left it there. Nano asked me if I was sure and said she's down to work with with people Sinder didn't want her to. Sinder only agreed to ask Nano about Silverware and did not agree with me about Bao. Before this, I was using we and Ao like I would in any other conversation with any of the partners. But if Nana was okay with what she wanted, I made sure to tell her how we both felt. It was an overzealous attempt to get even with Bao, to advantage of that, and made it sound like Cinder agreed with my feelings about her. When I knew it wasn't true, it was only time I lied about anything to Nano, and it was wrong of me to do. Everything I said in the conversation were my own thoughts. My hesitancy and Nano's reassurance were both left out of Nano and Bao's documents. I knew about what happened with Cotton and I had a friend and I distanced myself from her because of it. But I absolutely did not agree that was good reason for Red to involve her with what happened to do with to involve her. What happened had nothing to do with me and it wasn't our place to do anything like this because of it. What Red described to Nano below was his incorrect theory about Nano making her editors Sakramo go exclusive with her because of Boss Rush music video he made. I knew he thought this way in December, but I never agreed with him and he held it against her. I was completely unaware that any of this was told, but to Nano, I should have talked to Bao, but I never did. How much is left actually? Holy shit. I think we'll take a pause here and I'll see if I actually I don't think I can edit this. It's like 4 hours long. I'll see if it helps people. I'll do a second part.